Hello, my angels. So this all signs reading this week is going to be all about what magical things you guys are manifesting. So I hope you guys are doing amazing. This will be premiering. So for those of you who are watching live, hello to everybody. Make sure you put where you're from in this chat. All right. But aside from all that, if you are coming after the premiere, then of course all the timestamps should already be linked down below. All right. So we're going to start from Aries to Pisces. So let's jump in. Let's see what you guys are manifesting at this moment of time. So let's start with the lovely Aries. Hello, Aries. How are you guys doing? Let's dive into what's going on for you guys and what you guys are manifesting. All right. So as always, I love to jump in with oracles. I feel like they give a really good overall theme. So let's see. What is Aries currently manifesting at this time? Please, Spirit. What things do you want to speak about? Soulmates. Well, for some of you it's love. What you're bringing in is soulmates. This can also be your soul tribe. Okay, it doesn't just have to be romantic, but if you are wanting or manifesting something romantic, it definitely looks like it is. Sorry, can't speak today. You have a never-ending story as well, so this might be something that you feel like you've been trying to manifest for a while. All right, but let's carry on with the cards. Maybe it's again just your soul tribe, maybe it's certain friends or a community that you want to build. You're manifesting in some soulmates. All right, anything else, please, for the lovely Aries at this moment of time? What are they manifesting? Yin and Yang is an interesting one to come through with this because, again, you're looking for your divine counterpart for some of you, all right? Master number 22. So, again, that is about partnerships coming through here. All right. It could be a specific person that's on your mind, but let's just keep it general for now until we get to the tarot. Let's see what else. What is Aries currently manifesting? What magical things are they manifesting right now? You have insecurity coming through, and of course that's not what you're manifesting, but it does feel like there is a little bit of a blockage here when it comes down to manifesting in your divine counterpart, and it may be coming from some sort or type of insecurity. All right, again, we will kind of go over it. Maybe you feel like you are attracting in the wrong kinds of people. When the insecurity card comes up, it means that there is something about your identity, the way that you view yourself, the way that you view the world that might need a little bit of adjusting and changing when this comes through. Maybe you're afraid of opening your heart, as you can see. Maybe you actually are fearing love. Okay, so that might be something that they're wanting you to work on at the moment whilst you are manifesting in your soulmates. Okay, because you have never-ending story here, which maybe you guys have a little bit of like sometimes you might fall into a bit of codependency. Maybe, you know, I don't know. It's just coming up here because this little lady is worried so much about this one particular thing that she just waiting by this timer here, waiting for the right time to come. But it's draining her. All right. She doesn't look very happy, does she? So for a lot of you, I will say something that might be, if this resonates with you, of course, something that might be blocking in some, you know, divine soulmates in your life, your divine counterparts, people who are in a way aligned to you, could be because you might be rushing it, or there might be when we manifest, right, we need to surrender and let it go because it's already happening, right? So if you're not believing that it's already happening, then you're kind of putting out into the universe that there is a lack of what it is, and therefore it might be blocking your manifestation. So heal whatever it is that's making you rush this or sit by this timer here, whatever it is, all right, that is causing you to feel stuck. Might actually be able to help you to attract this faster. Okay. All right, anyways, let's dive into the rest of what your cards have to say. I have the beautiful Work Your Light deck over here, so let's see some things that Aries is manifesting at the moment. Please, Spirit. Oh, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So this is a gut feeling. Then you have leap. All right. So something that you guys, this could be a few things. That's how I'm going to read it for you guys. So there's one thing that you need to do right now, and that's listen to your intuition. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So that kind of feels like that community. Feels like it's going to come under this section. You're looking for your home, whether that be a person, whether it be an actual move that you guys might be manifesting, or somewhere where you feel safe and comfortable. Okay, that could be something that you're manifesting as well. So we will dive into it. I'm going to clarify all of these. There's also a leap of faith, like a new journey that you guys might be going on. That's also something that you're manifesting. So let's go underneath this one. All right, 3 of Wands. Oops. Three of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. All right. I'm going to go over here. 6 of Cups underneath the Leap card. Oops. Okay. So some of you, this could be a specific person that's on your mind, but I will speak about this in a second, because the 6 of Cups being here, and excuse the mess, it is about the past. So there is something coming up here about the past. All right, one more. Let's see how we can. All righty then. Right, there's a lot of information here. So for my lovely Aries out there, underneath this trust and niggle card, this is all about that inner little, little nudge that's going on inside of you. Okay, there is a gut instinct that is calling for your attention. As you can see, this card is a little bit dark, so this could be that maybe you're feeling at the moment in a dark place right now. It could be because of that never-ending story that we had earlier. It could be about some insecurities here. Feeling a lack, feeling not really worthy, or being afraid moving forward. That could be something that they're asking you to call attention to. You have the 3 of Wands, so you could be waiting for something to transpire. Again, similar to the never-ending story, it could be to do with soulmates. I'm only saying that just because it's over here. But whatever it is that you're waiting for, because this card comes in with the 3 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups, right now, your reminder here is that whatever it is that you're manifesting, clearly it's to do with a happiness. Again, the 10 of Cups is a great card for not only happiness, it's also about community. It's about happiness within you and your relationships with others. As you can see, it's like a family card. So for some of you, 3 of Pentacles is calling for you to start building a foundation so that this can actually happen. If you're not reaching out for others and you're just waiting for things to just fall into your lap, that sounds really dramatic, but no offense to anybody. But if you're just like, oh, one day that will happen, or one day I'll do this, they're calling for you to do something today or within this week or within this time period that's going to help you build the foundations, whether it's attending a class, right? Whether it's studying something, whether it is going into maybe a new career here so that you can be around happiness. Okay. So in this case, whatever it is that you're manifesting does require some sort of effort on your part, okay, when that comes through for you, as you can see here, because there is going to be happiness. You have the rainbow here, which always suggests, especially after going through some sort of difficulty or cloudiness, right? The rainbows come after some rain and the sun is finally shining again, so you are going to have this happy ending. 3 of Pentacles is calling for you to work on something here. It's calling for you to start to build the foundation so that this can last for the long term, okay, whatever that is to you. Okay, could even be about a project, because the 3 of Pentacles is about building something, planning for something, working on something. So that can resonate here. Now, underneath leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. There is a leap of faith that you guys are manifesting. And again, it does require a bit of effort when this card comes in. It's kind of saying here that the universe is ready. Are you ready though? And again, because you have insecurity over here, it could be a big reason why maybe things have not really manifested in the timing that you desire, but don't worry, it will. Okay, especially because that full moon is behind this this lady here. So maybe this is something that you've been recently trying to deal with. And of course, it was in your sign, Aries. So could be some major things that you've been trying to release, like insecurities or, lack of confidence, whatever it is for you. So anyway, the leap card is saying it's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to take maybe a little bit of a risk that might be a bit of a risk to you, something that maybe you're worried about here, that might help you go into a new journey. Now, for some of you, the way that this will resonate, because you're the 6 of Cups, whether you're being called to move on from the past, all right, because of that moon card, that's definitely where the insecurities might be coming from. This is a card that represents a lot of subconscious fears, like really deep feelings and emotions. The 4 of Swords is also a card of healing, and the King of Cups could be a person. Some of you, it's about moving away from a person. If you have been, if you are single currently and this has been on your mind, a lot of you have healed from this, but the moon, when you do think about it, it does still cloud your judgment, or it keeps you attached to it in some way. So the best thing to do is to really kind of look into the past, find ways that you can heal whatever it is, if you haven't already, to kind of gain some emotional clarity and balance above this, so that you can move forward and actually find somebody here who actually is a divine soulmate for you. Again, what you're wanting here clearly is like reciprocal feelings, reciprocated relationships, right? So the leap of faith might be about moving on from somebody for some of you, or just the past in general. This doesn't just have to be to do with love and relationships. For a lot of you, you have been hurt in the past. The moon again is about secrets or hidden intentions or things done in the shadows. All right, maybe just a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of things that might have been involved in the past. So the Four of Swords and the King of Cups. When you heal and balance your feelings, I feel like you're going to actually find somebody who is worth your time and energy. Okay, so maybe if you're waiting for the past, thinking that's your person, this might be some confirmation for you that this is time to move forward and start a new journey somewhere else. All right. Then over here, you have longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So some of you are light workers out there, okay, which means that you absolutely care for others in the world and animals and stuff like that. You are here to shine your light. But at the moment, maybe you're feeling a bit lonely when you're longing for home, right? You're feeling a bit unstable, or you're feeling like you don't belong somewhere. So the good news is you have the Four of Wands here, which is really, really good for friendships, and it's good for reaching a goal. So the Five of Cups coming through with the King of Swords. Five of Cups says that you do have currently some difficult feelings and feelings of disappointment lately. Again, it does feel like it's to do with the people that have been around you, or maybe your home that you've been in, because number 4 is home. It's also past childhood and stuff like that. So those could be things that you have felt disappointed by, family maybe even as well. But the King of Swords is calling for your logic here to find a silver lining in something. That's going to also help you. So again, your manifestations, there's a little bit of a blockage here. Maybe I'm feeling like the sense of direction that you're looking in with that Three of Wands. You're looking at something outside of yourself to help bring something in when it's really going to come from within. Okay, so yeah, Five of Cups calls for you to pay attention to what you do still have and what you can still work on currently, and not the things that you cannot change. The King of Swords is all about logic, okay, using your mind, using your intelligence, planning, prepping, being more disciplined. Okay, it's about using your head over heart, basically, to be able to bring you towards some sort of wish fulfillment and goal, which looks like a community, looks like maybe more socializing, more social events, okay, networking. It's also just a goal in general. So it is very different for everybody about what this is. It's also a kind of engagement too. So if that's something that you're looking for, then that is definitely here. But the Four of Wands, again, in terms of relationship, I feel like I have to say this. As you can see, there are two wands on either side, and they kind of come together with this beautiful flowering beautiful flowers and grapes here. So what this kind of means to me is it's two independent people who come together with their love and abundance, right? So for some of you, again, working on your independence could really be important, and finding yourself outside of the past, recreating yourself, maybe even is something that you guys are calling in or manifesting in. But again, some work needs to be done. Okay, and that yin and yang over here can also represent a little bit of a need for a balance with your shadow side and these deeper feelings going on, because you do have soulmates coming in. And if you're already in a relationship, I do feel like there is healing that's coming through here, but we might need to close out a chapter in some way so that we can move forward and heal, whatever that means to you guys. All right. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Very specific message, I know. So if it resonates, let me know. But I am going to move over to Taurus. All right, my angels. So let me just put this all back. Let's see for the gorgeous Taurians. All right, so you guys. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start pausing the reading so that I can put this all away, because there's no point just sitting here. How's everyone doing so far? Right, almost there. Alrighty then, hello Taurus, how are you guys doing? I hope very well, but let's see what you guys are bringing in. What are you guys manifesting? All right, for the gorgeous Taurians out there, let's see what's going on for you guys. What is Taurus manifesting at this time, please, Spirit? Serendipity, you're manifesting in lucky opportunities. Let's see what else. This serendipity is all about being in the right place at the right time. So we'll take these cards. Let's get you one from this deck too. So loyal hearts, maybe it's something to do with a relationship as well. You also have the breathe card. So for some of you, I feel like some advice has been coming out lately as well. So third chakra also needs your attention in order to help you to manifest. All right, let's get you some more. But there is a lucky opportunity that you guys are manifesting in, which really is pretty much awesome. This could be about meeting your soulmate. I don't know why that's been coming up a lot. Maybe everyone is like looking for the soulmate or loyal hearts around you. So again, it could be community. Your readings are always in alignment to Aries lately, so I really don't know what that's about. But you have serendipity over here, which is all about finding a lucky opportunity. Being in a very lucky position is something that you guys are manifesting. So in the near future, expect to be in the right place at the right time. You could definitely meet somebody, all right, whether it be career, I'm not sure yet, or whether it be love. The way that you meet somebody or come across an opportunity feels like very divine, like you were just in the right place at the right time. Something that they want you to work on in order to help you to manifest here is to breathe, connect with yourself. Some of you Tauruses are out there are not breathing enough, right? Breath work is something you guys could focus on, connecting with yourself and focusing only on your lily pad here, okay? Some of you might be too concerned with what's going on in everybody else's life or what everyone else is doing and comparing yourself or whatever. This is really calling for you to focus on what's going on within, okay? When you start paying attention to your intuition and stuff like that, you can be in the right place at the right time, right? You just have to follow the nudges and where it's leading you. Another card you have is the third chakra, okay? Archangel Chamuel. I don't know if I said that right, but what the third chakra represents is your solar plexus, which is the energy point just under your rib cage. That kind of is where your willpower is, right? Your ambition, your ability to believe that you are capable of something, that you can do something. So for a lot of you, maybe there's a little bit of doubt there, all right? And with that breathe card, it feels more like anxiety than just doubt. It's almost like, and actually sometimes that's why you feel anxiety, right? It's just right there in your stomach. So for some of you, that could be an energy point that needs a little bit of work and calming down a little bit. Could be a bit overactive, which is not so much a bad thing. It's just you need to kind of focus within, okay? And calm yourself down. I think some of you will benefit a lot from like meditation or just slowing down a little bit. But let's see what else you guys are manifesting. Apologies if it's super wonky, it's gonna bug me as a Virgo, but anyways, what else is going on for the lovely Taurians? What are they manifesting? What magical things are they bringing in? What new energies are they calling into their life, please, Spirit? Anything? Can I get 3 of these? Okay, play. All right, you're bringing in more fun experiences. You have transformation here as well. Let's get you another one. And warrior woman, which does usually come up as you. So regardless of your gender and how you identify, this says, have you answered your deepest calling? Ooh, very interesting. All right, let's I already forgot this card. Hold on, let's get you a chakra card too. This might come through as advice rather than something that you're manifesting, but it's all helpful at the end of the day. So for Taurus, please, something that they're manifesting at this time. Growth. All right, love that. And mysticism, which is interesting and kind of feels like that fate. And sorry, it's going to look very messy over here. I don't know what to do. Anyways, so let's talk about it. So you have a transformation. That's something that you guys are bringing in, intentionally or not. This says things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. This can be health-wise as well for some of you. Maybe your body is transforming. Maybe there are some health issues that you're trying to heal at this time and manifesting to heal. Of course, we need to take some action on it. Make sure you're speaking to some professionals as well. But this really does speak about healing, not just on a cellular level, like your physical and your health, but also in terms of maybe on a spiritual level. It feels like it's your frequencies. That's what's changing. So maybe you guys are leveling up in your life. Maybe you guys are, again, connecting more to yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. So that's what I'm feeling with transformation. All right. And remind yourself that your energy really will reflect back in your environment. So if you're changing, expect everything else to align to that in the near future. But let's clarify all of these. You also play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So maybe that's something you guys are trying to bring in a little bit more in your life. life. All right, it kind of aligns with serendipity. Maybe it's about kind of spontaneous energies, what you're calling in, which I kind of like. You're maybe learning to let go. That's a part of you that you're trying to manifest, which is interesting. And then you have warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest callings? Maybe it's your purpose that you guys are manifesting. So let's dive in a little bit more. Something that you're manifesting too is growth. And as we said over here, mysticism. So maybe your intuition, maybe that's something that you're manifesting to deepen that, or to again have unexpected events. It is another card that represents like unexpected visitors or anything like that. So if you are single, you could definitely be meeting your soulmate in a very interesting way, okay? Or a very loyal person to you, whether it be a friend or a teacher of some kind. But anyway, let's dive in a little bit more. Let's see what else you guys are manifesting or bringing in. Underneath transformation, you have the World card, which always represents a glow up for me, especially with what we were saying about the world. About the transformation card. So some of you physically will be changing. That could be something that you're manifesting, whether it be your health again, or your looks, your appearance, your body. All right, it's quite important here, but the world is also about ending of old, beginning of new. So something definitely is transforming. You have the King of Cups here as well, which feels like it's more to do with you, because that's where transformation seems to be going on here. Two of Swords says that your decisions are super important, and trusting in your intuition as well when making decisions is also important. King of Cups, focusing on your feelings and emotions. This could be the area of your life that you're also transforming, becoming a little bit more emotionally intelligent, wearing your heart on your sleeve a little bit more. And again, with the Two of Swords, making very intuitive decisions is going to help to change things and bring in this transformation that you're manifesting in. All right, so that's something that's important. If you are bringing in a soulmate, again, it's something to do with your decisions, and using your intuition about soulmates or lovers is important. Okay, with that World card as well. All right, so something does need to be closed out though in order for a new beginning to happen. So maybe you're saying goodbye to an old identity, saying goodbye to an old version of yourself, so that you can, rise above the pains and difficulty that you've been through, and kind of take advantage of the lessons here, so you can become your highest self. Let's go over to the play. Have fun, celebrate. Let's see what that is. Ten of Swords reversed. That's interesting. Ten of Swords reversed. The Devil. Oh my goodness. Taurus. Let's see what else. And the Death card. Huge. Wow. Well, underneath play, now the Devil can represent responsibilities, and a Ten of Swords seems like that's something that you're trying to avoid, is feeling depleted and defeated, right? The Ten of Swords is a very tricky energy to deal with. It's an ending of some sort, right? So in order to avoid this ending, I think this Devil needs to be addressed. As we've been saying, it could be just kind of like because it's Capricorn energy. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is a planet that's known to be like very serious. It's like the strict teacher, not the fun one, right? So because it says don't be serious, and the Devil is here, maybe you've had a lot of responsibilities, and you had a lot of things that may have pushed you to a limit here with that Ten of Swords. So the Death card coming through feels like there is a very big transformation and change happening to kind of put this Devil to rest here, to cut your chains from maybe some responsibilities that have been taking up a lot of your time and making you feel defeated, or challenging you in a way that's overwhelming. Like Ten of Swords is very tough. So for some of you, maybe it's about lessening your workload. That could be important for you, or removing a toxic person from your life, or addictions and habits that you have that again are becoming quite toxic for you. Because we have the Death card and Ten of Swords, I will say the word toxic. Whatever it is definitely needs to be cut out, because the Ten of Swords is like, it's only going to build up to a point of where you're going to feel like it has to change, right? And the Death card being here too. Something needs to change. We need to make maybe better decisions, or again, to have fun in life, not to take life too seriously. I know it can feel serious, especially when the Devil's here. All right. The Death card comes through as like, this needs to change. We need to completely change this. Like the king is on the floor here. The king is basically on the ground. So for some of you, new rules need to be put into place in your life, and very seriously too. Because otherwise we're going to be so overwhelmed that we're going to be very defeated and depleted. All right. And again, removing whatever this devil energy is will be helpful to you. It could just be fear. Some of you are letting your fears challenge you into, you know, maybe not living up to your best potential. So again, these are all things that are changing here. You're avoiding that ending, which is good. You know, so releasing whatever, so you can move forward and actually appreciate the life that you've lived and say, I did what I could with what I had, and I made sure I did my best here, because that devil energy feels more like fear or a comfort zone or things that keep us bounded and stuck. So in order to not regret that later on, it's saying have fun, enjoy the journey, don't take everything so seriously, moving forward. All right, maybe more parties, I don't know, more friendships, doing more things that are fun, having fun, cracking jokes. Like, make sure you have more of that in your life. I think it's going to be important. So let's look over at the warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? The Nine of Pentacles could be all about financial freedom here. The Eight of Wands as well. Something that you guys are manifesting is financial freedom. It is interesting because they look the same. Some of you need to really dive deep. This could be in alignment to the Breathe card. Eight of Wands represents serendipity. It's about opportunities coming your way. Have you answered your deepest calling? I feel like your life is about to fast track. I'm going to say that this is something that you're manifesting here. Not only are you being called to appreciate the journey and to have more play in your life, that's definitely something that you are manifesting, but I really feel like you're inviting in more change. Again, similar themes coming through the Eight of Wands, more opportunities and more financial abundance. That could be part of your calling here. The Page of Swords coming through does kind of ask you a question here about what do you feel like is your purpose in this world? And don't tell me it's nothing. Because the Page of Swords is all about diving deep and not just in research. For some of you, because the Breathe card is here, it's within yourself. Maybe you guys really need some time to yourself to kind of connect with that intuitive side to really kind of find the answer. So what is your deepest calling? What is something that you've always felt like you wanted to do in this life and wouldn't be happy if you never did it, you know? So I feel like that's something that they're wanting you to kind of take more action on, because it's something that you're clearly manifesting in. All right, Eight of Wands, beautiful energy. Nine of Pentacles, beautiful energy. Financial freedom. All right, expect more money to come your way. Expect more opportunities to come your way. That's something that you're manifesting here as well. All right, to my angels. So there we go. I'm going to go move over to Gemini, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Alrighty, Geminis, hello, how are you guys doing? Let's dive straight into what you guys are manifesting at this time in your life. All right, let's see. For the lovely Geminis, please Spirit, let's see, what are they manifesting in? Between walls, well, look at that. You are manifesting in it a new life, a new world, a new way of being. Let's see what else. You have Truth Be Told coming in. So this looks like you guys are manifesting in a timeline shift. I love that phrase, to be honest with you, because what it represents is kind of a window of opportunity that comes in. Whether you're changing your frequency or usually when you do a timeline shift, maybe a meditation could help. It's almost like you're elevating your energy so high and releasing that old life. So it kind of, that's what it feels like. You're deciding that, okay, from now on, I'm going to be this way. I don't know. It's interesting. Truth Be Told, of course, speaks about clarity. So maybe you guys are asking the universe for some answers here, in which case the truth will be told. That's something that you guys are bringing in. And the Between Worlds is a lovely, lovely card for moving away from the darkness, becoming the best version of yourself, entering a chapter in your life or a life in general where you are more successful, glowing a lot more. As you can see, this flamingo here is more vibrant, is more bold. It's got a crown on here. So whatever it is that you're wanting, status, power, finances, I feel like that is all coming your way, especially confidence. I feel like that's also what's coming in for you too. So that's where I say it's a timeline shift. I always say with the Truth Be Told, it almost feels like we're in one reality, but the owl, the universe, is opening this little window into a new life. So I would say for you guys, you're manifesting in a new life, Gemini. Let's see what else is coming up for you guys, okay? For the Geminis, please Spirit, let's see. Sixth chakra. So something that you guys are manifesting is more intuition as well. Okay, this comes in when your third eye is opening. You are being more open to what the universe has to say for you. So maybe you guys, again, either whether you're consciously manifesting this or whether it's just happening, it does feel like you're going to become a bit more psychic, a little bit more with a sixth sense, you know. You'll be able to see things, or maybe see some spirits, or I don't know what it is that you're doing per se, but it clearly is something that you're calling in. All right, again, it could just be connection to the universe here, because truth is being told here by spirit. Let's see what else. This chakra deck might give you some something to help you out here to manifest. Let's see, what is Gemini manifesting? Trickery. Let's see. I feel like this is something that you're moving away from, though, especially with this energy. So let's have a little look and dive a little bit deeper into what this is saying for you. And now, as as we were saying, Gemini, truth being told and trickery, if you've been asking for clarity here about a specific person, then it does feel like that is something that you're getting clarity on. That could be where the truth is being told on people's intentions. All right, again, that could be what you're trying to see beyond. So whatever it is, again, I do feel like it'll be helpful for you moving forward into this new world anyway. So you'll be releasing anything and anyone that just doesn't have your best intentions or is aligned to you. You have protection coming through in your reading as well, which is beautiful. So you will be protected in this. You have Star Mother. This says, how can you mother yourself? Some of you could have some mother wounds, all right, coming through. I was gonna say mummy issues, and I realized maybe that's not super appropriate here, but it's like maybe you have a little bit of a mother wound, or maybe you don't really have a mother around, and in which case this is saying, how can you mother yourself? How can you give this beautiful, compassionate, nurturing energy to yourself, especially if you were not able to get that from a person in your life, or if you don't have that person around anymore either. By the way, they are with you in spirit. If any of you do have a mother energy in spirit, or a grandmother maybe even as well, I'm calling for you to mother yourself at this time, listening to that inner mothering voice. All right, let's show you. So you have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So for some of you with trickery and between worlds, some of you really have been deceived in the past, and I feel like that has taken your power away. So something that you're manifesting is your power back, which makes sense that you're getting your glow back, you're getting more confident, like we were saying, more bold. Okay, you guys have definitely felt like an old chapter has been holding you back, you know, and I feel like that's what you're manifesting here, is a new life. Let's clarify that in a little second, but as you can see, Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Maybe you're wanting to be a bit more nurturing. All right, maybe that's something that you're manifesting, but we will clarify. And then you have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So in which case, this is not highlighting something that you're manifesting, aside from the fact that you're probably wanting a big change in your life. Spirit's kind of asking you, whilst you're manifesting this new life, what are you holding on to from the past and why? Okay, this trickery here, it could be because you lack closure for some of you. All right, if this resonates with you. So let's dive a little bit deeper. All right, let's see what else is going on for the Geminis. Why is protection here, please, Spirit, as something that they're manifesting? The Sun, you just want to be happy. That's something that you're trying to manifest. All right, you're trying to find more joy in your life. You're trying to find more love in your life. Ace of Cups. Okay, definitely feeling like a lot of people here are manifesting in new love, but this also speaks about you being in a really good place emotionally. The Ace of Cups is all about emotional, it's about self-love, filling up your own cup here. So for a lot of you, in order to cut cords and protect yourself and call your power back, it really is about giving back to yourself. Maybe finding peace in a situation. We'll probably see a little bit over here, maybe why we're still holding on to something or why it's still around. But the Ace of Cups is beautiful because it's all about an overflowing amount of love. It's unconditional. So that's what you're manifesting in. It does require you to protect yourself, though, and to have your standards. Because when you have a standard, then you're not going to accept anything less than that. So it's a really good time right now to love yourself, you know, in the way that you wish somebody would love you too. And I feel like that's going to help you manifest true love. But what you're manifesting is happiness, and love within yourself is peace. Okay, with the Knight of Cups as well, is about wearing your heart on your sleeve. So this could be a love offer coming your way, you know, specifically a person. Could be a water sign here, or a Leo. As you can see, however, I feel like deep down it's really about emotional stability and happiness in general. And that's why, you know, it's protection, because maybe you're feeling like right now it's not you don't feel this way just yet, but you are manifesting it in, which I love. All right. And the lovely sunflowers here are asking for you to face the sun. Don't look behind you, look in front of you. Okay. Don't worry about who's behind you. Now let's look at the star mother here. How can you mother yourself? What is Gemini manifesting with this? The Two of Wands, so looking into the future and wanting to expand. This could be about expanding your family. Maybe it is about, you know, becoming a parent here. You have the Five of Cups. Now, I will say, like, for some of you, yeah, because the Five of Cups speaks about disappointments. You're looking into the future here, which I love, and you're thinking about expanding your life. So whether it be career opportunities, whether it be building a family for some of you, whatever it is that you're thinking about, which I'll try and dive into in a second, I promise. The Five of Cups says that there's some disappointments here. Or there has been a lot of disappointment in your life currently, and maybe this is why we need a little bit more compassion and mothering. You know, what would you say to, if you were your own kid and you're going through what you're going through, what would you say to that, you know, to your child if they were going through what you're going through? What advice would you give? How would you mother them in a way, and how can you act on that as if you were receiving that feedback, right? So for some of you, that could really help you to expand and to grow and to think forward. Think forward. That meant something for some reason. I don't know why. And then the wild card is there. Remember, we had between worlds. You are entering a new world, okay? One where you will not face the same disappointments that you did in the past. May I say that? This literally reminds me of the between worlds card, because we got that disappointment and kind of misery here. Things spilt, things going wrong, things going against what you wanted them to. Emotions spilt here, sadness, whatever it is that you've been through, you're kind of leaving that behind and moving on forward here, which I love. Two of Wands, so it's time to think forward. Whatever that is to you. He's looking into his future. He's looking into the horizon. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? This is a good time to get clear on your goals here. All right. Think about what things will bring you happiness. In terms of what you're manifesting here, I think it's expansion. Okay, I think it's moving away from disappointments into a new way of being. So it kind of makes sense here. And again, they want me to point out that there is a wand in his hand, and there is a wand in clarifying this too. So that is absolutely new beginnings and new cycles coming up that you're thinking about, or they're calling you to do that. Maybe that's something that you're manifesting. So let's look at the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What is Gemini manifesting here at this time, please? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, financial freedom. Is this like a new stable beginning, a new job? With the King of Wands as well, the Six of Wands and a Death card. That's interesting. In a sense, I kind of feel like Spirit is almost saying here, like, why are we holding ourselves back to do with the disappointments that you've been through and the trickery that you've been through? Because there are so many good things in front of you. And it makes sense with this like imagery, because it's like this is already opening up, and it's almost like maybe you feel like you're not ready to fully move on, or you're not ready to kind of go into success and amazing things, because that's all that I'm seeing. So maybe that's something that they're wanting you to work on. Is like, why are we holding on to this old life? What is making you hold on? Is it a fear of success? Is it a fear of failure? Is it a fear of being seen? Whatever it is, it might need your attention, because in the near future, all right, something that you're manifesting is a new stable beginning. This could be a new home, a new investment. This could be a new job, a new stream of income, whatever it is, new money, whatever it is, it's solid, okay? Especially in terms of career, I will say I do see you progressing into higher positions. The King of Wands represents like a manager, so maybe you guys will be leading at some point. He is a leader. Six of Wands as well is all about success and being seen and having recognition. Even if it's not in just career, I feel like you'll be making better moves in your life. Money moves, your savings will be increasing. You're completely moving away from this trickery energy, by the way. I will really say that this new chapter of your life is full of success, because the Six of Wands, again, is victory over defeat, victory over whatever battle you've been fighting here. All right. And as you can see we have celebrations here in the new world, and this is also a card to celebrate too. The Death card being, you're leveling up. Things will never be the same again, Gemini, because you're changing, you're transforming here. So whatever you've been holding on to, these people are trying to beg that death god to stop. And it feels like that's what they're saying here is, what are you clinging on to? Why are you afraid of this change when at the end, at the other side of it, it's really amazing things? So it's a good question to ask yourself, because what you're manifesting, financial new beginnings, expansion and growth, a new life, a new world, happiness, and amazing love here, and protection. Okay, my angels. So that's what I have for you. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okay, I'm gonna move over to the lovely Cancer signs. Alrighty. All right, Cancer, let's just quickly clean the table and I'll get back to you. All right, let's see. Hello, Cancer signs. Let's see what's going on for you guys. All right, let's just go and look at the table for you. Let's see for the lovely Cancerians. What are they manifesting at this time? What are they calling in? Ooh, well, look at how that came up there. You have the Observer card. So this is all about looking into your future and thinking about where you want to settle down. So this is a really good time to get clear on your goals. You have unfinished symphony. So for some of you, I don't know if you realize it or not, you are calling in something from the past to come back in so that you can get some sort of closure from it. That's what I'm picking up with that. It also can represent that, yeah, because I think that you're looking into the future with the Observer card, you're thinking about where you want to go moving forward and what you want out of your life, or a goal specifically. Unfinished symphony, you're also at the same time maybe unconsciously manifesting some sort of closure so that you can move forward. It could even be a project from the past that's coming up here that might actually help you. But let's see what this is about, like an old idea resurfacing. This could be something that you're manifesting. Let's see a little bit more. You have woman holding a coin. So what you're manifesting here is more money, some sort of career opportunity or financial opportunity of man holding a coin. So maybe it's growth financially within a relationship as well. Let's get you some more. Let's see for Cancer signs, and dissipating. So that's interesting. This, of course, is not what you're manifesting, but it is something that might be blocking it. So I've been asking Spirit to also kind of incorporate some advice in here, because things are not as easy as just going, I want this, and then manifesting it in. Sometimes we have to realize and understand what the blockages are of why it's not happening already. So you have dissipating, which maybe you guys feel at the moment that you're not using your fullest potential here. Maybe you got into some bad habits, or you're just saying, one day I'll do this. All right, so I wonder if the unfinished symphony is I don't know. I'm not gonna speak yet. I'm gonna see the rest of the cards. But dissipating, maybe something is holding you back here, or a mindset, and that's something that they wanted you to close out first, so that maybe you can start focusing on your future. Yeah, let's see for the Cancerians out there. What are they manifesting, please, at this time, Spirit? The initiation, so transformation, opening a new passageway. This says rite of passage, crossing the threshold, age of light, which is gorgeous, because if you can't see, you might be feeling in a darkness right now. That chapter is coming to a close, don't you worry, but there is like this opening here. We'll show you a bit closer. That looks very similar to the colors on this age of light card. This says you've been training for this for lifetimes and boundaries. Okie dokie then. Let's see a little bit more. Let's dive in. Let me speak about what I'm seeing so far. So you have the initiation. So something that you guys are manifesting is absolutely a complete transformation. This is like the beginning of the end that's going on for you at the moment, into something that's much more bright. So if you've been feeling a bit clouded or in the dark in your life, maybe dark night of the soul, maybe it's just you're going through some sort of spiritual awakening, and you're just right at the precipice of entering this new way of being. Because what you're entering is beautiful. Like you're going into the light. So light energy, higher frequencies, bliss, enlightenment, gratitude, so many more amazing memories. And maybe things have not been that way for you lately. Absolutely. Do I see some snakes surfacing? Because there's some snakes at this door here. So it kind of feels like before you're able to walk into this new chapter, something does need to close out. So do not be surprised if somebody from the past who was a snake in your eyes comes back in so that you can get some sort of closure, whether it's just like that final, like, yeah, that person is definitely not to be trusted and that's your closure, or whether there is something that they say to you that's kind of important for you to move forward, but like it's only happening because you're entering a new, completely new energy, a new way of being. Okay, so there's a new door opening up, right? So then you have Age of Light, which is what you're entering. You've been training for this for lifetime. So something about this new beginning is what you've been here. I don't know, like what you've done it before or in lifetimes. This could be about a purpose here. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It could be some form of success, some purpose that you're stepping into, some career. Maybe if it's the Observer card, is you looking into, it's a goal that you have in mind, you've been training for, okay? And then you have boundaries. So some of you do or have learned lately about boundaries. All right, so maybe if you are manifesting in more people, more friendships, then this is also something they're wanting you to make sure that you are mindful of moving forward. But let's see a little bit deeper into what these things are for you. All right, for the Cancer signs, what is the initiation here? The Four of Cups, that is that dissipating energy. So you're definitely going to be changing your life for the good, but it's all about you needing to be more open to opportunities that come your way, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is financial freedom. The Ten of Cups is also really good for building a family or just having a lot of happiness in your life. So what you currently maybe not giving that to yourself lately, maybe again, it's been a bit of a struggle in terms of your finances or your independence or your freedom in some shape or form. So that is going to be changing, but of course, we have to kind of be a bit more open to what the universe is offering us. I do see if there is that snake coming through that you will be rejecting this as well because you deserve better and you're entering this bright energy. This is what you're entering. So financial freedom, all right, savings, more money, whatever it is here, financial independence, maybe starting your own business and actually having it really pay off for you. But at the moment, you're going to have to do something about it. All right, that Four of Cups. He's feeling really down on himself. You know, maybe he's got just like a lack of energy, just doesn't feel like it. But there are opportunities that are being offered to you. Maybe you are not able to see that or you're not looking at it because there's that dissipating. It could be just habits. Could be a comfort zone. Can't speak lately. So, you know, that little birdie here, someone in the spirit world is like, hey, Cancer, what are you doing? Don't you want all of this? Like, yeah, you have to kind of like believe that you're deserving of it and that you can have it and take that first step forward in order to get it. Okay. I really see something really good happening in the family with the Ten of Cups. It looks like some good news or some sort of celebration about, just happiness. That could be what you're thinking about, something to do with the family or building a family or just having a lot of happiness. Because at the moment, Four of Cups, this person's not very happy, are they? So I feel like you're going to be entering a much more confident, independent, peaceful energy, but it does feel like with the Four of Cups, we're going to have to get up and walk through that door, right? We have to kind of change something. Don't stay in the darkness, okay? Let's see what else is coming through for you. The Age of Light for Cancer signs. The Tower card. You've been training for this for lifetimes. The Tower. Some form of enlightenment. Page of Swords. They're tapping there. And the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. Right. You've been training for this for lifetimes. This could really be, the Tower card is about separation, right? It's about divine intervention. It's about a tower, you know, kind of being struck by lightning and the people are falling out of it. So that's why it's like a fallout. Not the first time. I feel like some of you might end up having somebody coming through here. Not that you have to forgive, but you have to find a way to close this cycle out because maybe some of you are still hurt by it because the Queen of Cups is here. You guys are the Queen of Cups just because you are a water sign. You have a very big heart. You guys are very empathic here. And the Tower card, I feel like maybe you've forgiven somebody or I don't know. And maybe the Tower card is going to show you somebody's true intentions again. Now the Tower card can also just be transformation and change. Something is being destroyed in order for you to replace it with something much better. And you've been training for this for lifetimes. I would really say it's a really good time to tap into your intuition and dive deep because the Page of Swords is all about it is a card of studying. It is a card about training. So I'm going to clarify this Tower card for you guys, because for some of you, maybe it's about some sort of like crown. Somebody's, because the Tower is like a falling apart, but it's like you're being crowned. So maybe it's about giving yourself some sort of power in your life. I'm going to clarify this, to be honest. Let's see. Let's get the clarification deck. Why is the Tower card here? The Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. So literally Queen of Cups and Four of Cups here. So it feels like maybe it's a way that we've been doing things here, or the way that we've been empathic towards others, or maybe you feel like you've not been very open with your heart space, or, you know, kind of living to your fullest potential is really something I'd say with that, specifically emotionally. I don't know why they're saying that, but maybe lately you have been very triggered, and because you have been through a lot, and maybe things have been, I feel, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna say to some of you, there's almost maybe some sort of truth or enlightenment that you already know of, that Spirit is bringing back in again at this time to help you to move forward. But it's really about time that we have to accept it and be open to it, because the Page of Swords can be like triggering. The Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. The Tower card is almost like Spirit is trying to push you into a new environment here. The Age of Light, though, it's a good energy. The Page of Swords, again, to clarify, in the Fool. So it really is about diving into something new. It is a complete new journey, which again is highlighted with what we've been saying here, and it is into something much better. And again, I feel like it is because Spirit has been telling you that this is time to take a leap of faith, to start this new thing, go on this new journey. Page of Swords, maybe it's time to study about it. Maybe some sort of some of you may have had some very like sudden news with the Tower, and it kind of shook things up a little bit. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Of saying, do not worry. Some of you are being called to a new role. That's what I was getting by that crown. Sorry. Page of Swords, though, maybe you're a little bit like threatened by this, or a little bit worried about it, triggered by this. But the Page of Swords is saying, like, dive deep into research, because you are made for this. Whatever this new status is, whatever this new role is in your life, you're absolutely made for it. You've been training for this. You'll be great at what it is. Okay, I wonder what that is for you guys. Right, let's dive in to the boundaries. The Ace of Swords is something that you guys are absolutely calling in again, is some sort of communication or truth. Okay, it's victory as well. So some of you really are speaking a truth here. Six of Wands, celebration, success, recognition for some of you. If it's to do with people, I absolutely do believe you're, oh God, for some of you, absolutely you're getting clarity over something that felt like a conflict or a fight or an argument. Okay. Because the Six of Wands comes from the Five of Wands, which is chaos and conflict and immature people. So for some of you, somebody might even apologize. They're still saying this is over boundaries. Maybe you had to set a boundary with somebody, maybe you felt a bit guilty about it, something felt unfinished about this. You are going to receive some communication that's going to make you feel quite victorious, and you know, it's a kind of, in a way, like victory. Well, both of these are about victory, and this is clarity, and now you're able to move forward and learn and understand why this was here. Also, in terms of like career or gaining some sort of opportunity with the Ace of Swords, again, it's communication. Again, you're going to get some clarity here, but you need to establish your boundaries, because people will admire you for it. Okay, my angels, I think that's what I have for you. A little bit, not very straightforward, but let's just go over it. Something that you're manifesting is closure, is a closing out of a cycle. Finally, some harmony coming through with this, and clarity, most importantly, especially when it comes down to people that you've placed boundaries with. You will have better boundaries moving forward. You've learned a lesson about something here, and maybe standing up for yourself and your truth, again, has manifested into a brand new beginning, and one where you feel a lot more victorious and strong within yourself. You're also manifesting clarity based on your new goals that might help you, give you a sense of direction. And again, remember to have boundaries on the way. You're also kind of manifesting, or have manifested, in a new role, something that you've been training for in many lifetimes before. So you'll be fine at whatever this is, so don't worry. This might happen very suddenly. And also something that you're manifesting is financial freedom and happiness, but they are calling for you to do not just think that one day it will happen to you. You have to start opening yourself up to opportunities and putting yourself out there in order. You can't walk through that. Sorry, that door isn't just going to move to you. You have to move through the door. So it's kind of requiring some action here. Financial opportunities, financial wealth coming through for you as well, stability in your life, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's what you're manifesting. All right, my angels. My goodness, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. And I am going to move over to the Leos. All right, my angels. So I will pack this all up and I'm going to move over to the other signs. Okay, thank you for being here. Hello, Leo. How are you guys doing? Let's dive into what you guys are manifesting at this time. Okay, what new energies are coming away? Oops. Let's see for the lovely Leos. Treasure Island. Okay, you're calling in rewards. These are rewards from some old work that you have done. Okay, or maybe something that you've been doing for a while. By the book, you could also be manifesting in some sort of, I'm hearing studies, maybe some good results from something you've been studying or really working on. By the book is a card that also speaks about divine guidance. Okay, and I will show you. I always say that you're the baby elephant whenever this comes up and you're being guided somewhere. So if you've been looking for guidance, it's happening. Okay, the kind of calling for you to go by the book though. This is not the right time to change things up. We'll see how it comes through in your reading, but it's like kind of following the lead a little bit here. So whether there is anybody that you're going to find inspiration with at this time, maybe that's something that you're definitely manifesting. Is also like I want to say soul tribe is a community of some shape or form, or inspiration could be something that you guys are calling in, because it's going to help you find your way whenever this card comes in. It's like guiding you. You're manifesting in guidance. All right, and then you have Treasure Island. So that's a lot about rewards. So whatever it is that you've been working really hard on, the turtle is kind of saying that this has been slow moving. This is something that has been on its way to you for a while, and probably because of some past things that you've done. Okay, so you're finally going to see some results here based on that. Okay, let's see what else is going on for you. Alrighty, let's see for Leos, please. Spirit, what are they manifesting at this time? The Garden and the Gates. Now that's interesting. I am picking up a bit of a story here when this card comes through. So this is about coming outside your comfort zone. And it feels scary. I'm getting a little bit like anxiety for you. It only feels scary because you have no idea what to expect. That is the only reason why you're feeling that way. Maybe you guys are feeling comfortable where you are at, and it's like, okay, moving forward, like I want to see what else is out there for me. And you're curious. That's what it is. So the Garden and the Gate speaks of she's happy where she is. She has all the things she could ask for, but there's something about the distance, like looking into the horizon, that she's like, what more is out there for me? So it does feel like that's where we go into the by the book card, because then they're in the desert. So it feels like an adventure, whether it be a physical adventure. Some of you could be manifesting in some sort of trip or travel. That's not something I do feel like for some of you, especially to an unknown place. Some of you are manifesting in, or whether you realize it or not, so it will happen, a trip to somewhere you've never been to before. It could be completely different culture. It's completely new to you, whatever it is. Yeah, that's quite interesting. But of course it's scary, right? Because where you are now is comfortable. It's familiar, at least. But I do feel like you're going to get some sort of travel come up, and it doesn't just have to be literally. Some of you will be, but it can also be like energetically. You're going into new territory. That's something that you are manifesting. You will find a tutor, a mentor, or some kind of inspiration, even if it's just somebody online and you're just going, okay, they did it, I'm going to try and do it too by following their footsteps. Whatever it is, it's going to lead you to some sort of rewards as well, to be honest with you. Let's see what else is going on for you, what else you're manifesting in. Leos. Impatience. Sorry, no, you're not manifesting impatience. I've been saying to everybody that I'm also asking Spirit for some cards, and I'm aware that some cards will come in that will help you to understand where the blockages might be about what you're trying to manifest in. Okay, so because we have impatience here, this does require a little bit of patience from you and an understanding that do not interfere with the divine timing of things. When we get impatient, we start to mess around with some things, thinking that we can deal with it or do something to make it faster, and in reality we end up blocking our own blessings by forcing something to work. All right, we might make some mistakes along the way. So this is just saying it's a really good time to be patient and allow yourself to be guided somewhere. Because as your reminder, at the moment, what you're seeing around you is not much. Maybe not a lot of results. I'm feeling, hold on. Let me finish my sentence. Yes, you're being guided. You might not see a lot around you, and that's why you're getting impatient, thinking, actually, I'm just going to go do my own thing. I'm going to take some risks. And they're saying, not yet. Not yet. We're guiding you somewhere. And I'm actually seeing visually that they are kind of bringing you to the water. And that feels like, to me, a metaphor for they're bringing you to your results. So that's an interesting thing, your goal, whatever it is. So if you were to go do things on your own, again, you're not going to get to where your results are. Anyway, let's just see. I hope that you guys understand that when I read very like visually. I see things come to life, the cards come to life in my mind. So that's how I know what they mean. For some, of course, not going to resonate with everyone, but you know, so that's what I'm seeing here. They're bringing you to the water. All right, let's see what else is going on for you guys. What is Leo manifesting? Please, Spirit, what are they bringing in? The Age of Light, Cancer signs just had this. Something that you've been training for lifetimes. All right. Could be to do with this result. You have Imrama? Am I reading that right? Where are you being called to journey to? Guys, I literally just told you that there was a trip coming up for you guys. You guys are going on some sort of journey or travel. It could even just be moving to a completely different place. Wait, I'm going to show you this because the camera is not picking up on it because it's super light cards. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You are manifesting in something that your soul, it could be a purpose, but your soul is calling for you to go over here. So that's interesting. You have Imrama, sorry, I just don't know why this word is not processing in my mind. This says, where are you being called to journey to? I really do feel like we're in a place here with lots of ruins. So maybe, I don't know, some of you going to like Italy, or I'm seeing with a lot of historical background actually is what I'm picking up on. So whatever that means to you guys. But you're being called to journey somewhere. Go on a trip, on a travel here. It doesn't have to be physical. It's being guided somewhere where you're being called to go. And then you have original light worker, longing for a home, okay, and belonging. So some of you, that's interesting because the Garden and the Gate, she is at home. But there's a peak in her curiosity about what else is out there. So maybe you're not feeling actually at home where you are. Maybe there is a place or a location or something that's calling you. It could even be about finding a soul tribe, to be honest. Let's see what this is about. Let's dive into this a little bit more. The Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. What is Leo manifesting? The Three of Wands, something you've been waiting for. The Hermit. I'm hearing a pilgrimage. And the Queen of Wands. This is interesting because the Queen of Wands is all about confidence. I kind of see her in the spotlight just because she is, fiery energy, and so are you, Leo. So for a lot of you, I feel like your higher self, absolutely, with the Hermit, has been guiding you somewhere. And I do feel like some of you have to move or travel for this. I don't know why. Again, that distance between where you are now and your goal doesn't have to be physical. It could even be like maybe it's a goal that seems out of reach at the moment, but you have been training for this for lifetimes. Sorry, your reading's gonna be so like metaphorical, and I do apologize in advance, but it's almost like that body of water is what feels like is in between you and a goal, which is where I would say that's where it feels like there's some travel that's needed, or there is still some movement that's needed. You need to find a way to cross this body of water. But you've been training for this. If it's a goal in general, fame, fortune, whether it just be being in a position of having great skills and abilities and confidence, there is some challenges up ahead, but not necessarily bad. It's a challenge. I'm not saying that some distraction will happen. It's like there is just something in between you and a goal, and you have to cross that. I don't know. The Hermit here is looking at things from a higher perspective, and it's guiding you. Okay, there's that star here, which not only represents wish fulfillment, and that's what maybe is guiding you, but it's also your purpose, right? Your North Star is guiding you. So for a lot of you, whatever this Queen of Wands represents to you, your strength, your ambition, your positivity, your confidence, your boldness, maybe your attraction, whether you're seen in the wild, being in a spotlight of some sort, for some of you, you can absolutely have that. You've been training for this in all of your lifetimes before this. You've also been working on the same goal. It's just that in this lifetime, maybe you're waiting for something to happen, but I feel like you have to find a way to cross that body of water. All right. Interesting. Very metaphorical, but anyway, let's look at this in Rama. What is this? What are you being called to journey to? The Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is all about, despite the obstacles, you will have success. And the Ten of Pentacles, wow. What you're manifesting is an absolute legacy. What you're manifesting is not only confidence and a really established career for yourself, but it's also financial freedom. Okay, it's also a happy family, trustworthy people. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. The Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands feels like a little bit of feeling trapped or stuck. Kind of similar to this. You're feeling a bit comfortable where you are, and I think that there's a fear of the unknown. That's all that it is. The Garden and the Gate here, she's comfortable where she is, but she feels stuck though, because there is, you know, a gate in the way, but she has a key around her neck. A similar story to the Eight of Swords. Her hands are free. She can really just take these things off, but she's so stuck in her head. Okay, and there's a lot of unknown going around. Imagine you're tied up and your eyes are blindfolded, right? You can't think straight when you're in this panic or anxious mode. But it feels like for a lot of you, there is a way towards this goal. It's just in the unknown. But where are you being called to journey to? I feel like a lot of you are being called to trust in your ability to navigate challenges. I don't know what your goal is, but it definitely feels huge to you. And it's to do with this Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. I mean, for some of you, if you are feeling called to travel, and that could be something that you guys are manifesting, you could have a lot of opinions in the family here who might not feel super happy about this decision, and that could be making you feel quite stuck and bounded. Or for others of you, it could be, what about my money? What about my job? You know, there's something like that that might be blocking the way. But remind yourself that despite how things look, you will have success at the end of the day, whatever it is that you're thinking about. It feels like there is an unknown here. It's like, but if I go over to this place, like what will happen? You know, I don't know. It feels like your reading, Leo, is so cryptic. It's so weird for me, but I just feel like here, everything will be okay. You have to trust yourself a bit more. Okay, so if you're manifesting a trip or a travel or a journey of some kind towards finances or a legacy, you will absolutely have it. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Three of Swords. So this is where there is some pain here when it comes down to your soul tribe. Maybe to do with your home. Eight of Wands, that is changing. So what you're manifesting here is deep, deep, deep healing. All right. Yeah, absolutely. An inner child healing. So you'll be feeling at home within yourself. Okay. Whether it's love that comes your way, and that could be what the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups comes to. Some of you, this could be like a form of an apology from somebody who hurt you here. But Three of Swords, if you have been feeling like you've been longing for home or belonging in the world, okay, you might feel different and you don't know, you know, who your soul tribe is. Everybody around you feels different. They don't feel like, you know, family or friends, you know, for real. Eight of Wands, again, some sort of movement is happening across this body of water that's going to put you in the right place. That will be healing for you, where there's a lot more emotional surprises and connections. So for some of you, expect an opportunity to come your way that is going to heal you and take you somewhere where you are going to feel like you belong. Okay. All right. You might feel guilty for feeling that way, especially if things look good for you at the moment, but it's like, listen to your heart because something is hurting it. Okay, I think that's important for you. So what are you manifesting? Some sort of adventure and travel, okay, especially when it comes down to being in new environments, new places, new careers, whatever it is. It might make you feel a bit lost in the beginning and a bit impatient, like, why am I not seeing results yet? Like, is this the right choice? But you're being guided somewhere. Some of you are manifesting in inspiration. Some of you are manifesting in abundance. All right. And definitely some travel and results and the treasure, all right, that you've been waiting for here. Okay, my angels. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and move over to the lovely Virgo. So thank you for being here with me, Leo. I'm just going to go pack this up and then we'll move on. All right. Thank you, guys. Hello, Virgo. How are you guys doing? So let's have a little look and see what you guys are manifesting at this time, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. All right. Let's have a little look and see for the Virgos. Please, Spirit, what is Virgos manifesting at this time? By the book that just literally just came out for Leo. All right, and you have community, so it makes a lot of sense. I do see that these do go together. So when by the book comes in, you are manifesting some sort of a journey of some kind. This comes in when you might be learning something new or going towards a certain dream or goal, but you're being led there, you're being guided there. At the moment, you might not see a lot around you, you know, a lot of opportunities or a lot of results, but you are being led somewhere, either by spirit or by some sort of teacher. So maybe you are manifesting in a tutor, somebody who you can look up to or follow the footsteps of in some way, some inspiration. The number 11 as well always reminds me of community as well, because it's Aquarius energy. 11th house energy in astrology is all about your social circle. It's your group, it's your community. So for a lot of you, you are gonna find your community, whether you're being led there. So maybe you don't have that at the moment. This is where you're being led to. So follow your inner guidance and your inner guides. But some of you in general, you are manifesting in really good people. But a lot of this for you Virgos speaks of people who are in a position where you're going to be in the future. Like, I really do get a heavy sense that you're going to have very weird situations unfold where you meet somebody who feels like they're you, but in the future or in a different timeline. Like, that sounds weird, I know, but because I always see you as the baby elephant in this card, and that there is this older elephant who knows the way, right? Somebody with experience and wisdom. There's also a baby giraffe here who's kind of communicating with an elder giraffe who's teaching him something, right? So for a lot of you, you're being taught, right? You're being taught. Right, let's see what else. So whether you are manifesting in education, whether you're manifesting in a tutor, a mentor, somebody to come in and help you, some sort of spirit guide, whatever it is, you're getting knowledge from people who are in a position that you are going to be in. So that's very interesting. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys as well. For the Virgos, please, Spirit. Woman holding a heart. So you guys could be manifesting in love or healing the heart space, diving deep into your feelings and emotions as well. Let's see what else is going on for you, Virgos. What are you manifesting at this time? Now, this might come through as advice, discovery. So something that you're manifesting is some sort of self-discovery. This could be your purpose, the reason why you're here. Interestingly enough, we also have you almost communicating with the universe, with your spirit guides. So similar things where I feel like life is going to show you something on the outside that's going to reflect something about the inner world. It's interesting. I don't know what it is. It's very the readings as we keep going along each zodiac, it's a bit more cryptic as we go on. So let's see a little bit more what this is, but discovery is all about self-discovery. So you are manifesting in some form of self-discovery that might help you find out where you need to go. A lot of this is about being led. Okay, so let's see what else comes up for you guys. Moving forward, let's see what is Virgo manifesting at this time, please, Spirit. All right, unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Huge. Warrior woman. All right, so Virgo, this asks you a question of, have you answered your deepest calling? And you have two more. Imrama, which says, where are you being called to journey to? And sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, mystic priestess and teacher. So there's a bunch of things here that you're manifesting. Number one, what you're manifesting is a cutting of the cords between you and others, things that are keeping you bound and stuck. That could be fear. We have that full moon up here as well, so heavy release is what you guys are pushing past. I also feeling like soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this is really about learning a lot of lessons in your lifetime that are ultimately helping you to break free from, again, maybe some sort of past like karma or anything it's interesting, because I feel like I'm seeing you moving towards like enlightenment and bliss, like the highest frequencies, which is beautiful, right? Like connecting more and more to the light, which means that you're letting go of everything that's been dark for you. So traumas, again, soul contracts with people who have hurt you in the past, okay? Soul patterns, so any bad habits, or I feel like what you're doing is really unlocking your fullest potential. And it makes sense with that because you also have warrior woman, which is saying, have you answered your deepest calling here? So for a lot of you right now, what you're manifesting is a massive release of an old way of being, an old sense of self, so that you can, you're discovering yourself. A lot of your identity is changing. So again, any ways that you've limited yourself or life has limited you, that's what you're breaking free from. That's what you're manifesting. You also have Imrama. So again, where you've been called to journey to. Leo had this as well. So this kind of came up in their reading as some trip or travel. So some of you will be going to distant lands, places you've never been to before. That could just be a journey coming up for you that might just happen spontaneously, or something that you just feel called to go to, even if it's just a place. I would go for it. I would really trust your intuition at this time, because a lot of the answers are within you already, Virgo. Some of you need to hear that. A lot of the answers are already within you. Your deepest calling and your purpose, you're already being guided, but you're either going back to old habits and bounding yourself, or limitations, your disbelief in yourself and your abilities, or feeling maybe unworthy or unloved or whatever it is. That's all changing though. So again, trust your instincts. Definitely a time for travel or adventure. Where you're being called to journey to. It's also about your goals. Pay attention, because you're being called to go there intentionally. You also have a sisterhood of the rose, as we said, beauty and devotion. Some of you are actually manifesting a major glow up in terms of your looks and your appearance, beauty and devotion internally as well. So if there's been any imperfections inside, these are all things that you are changing or finding beauty within. Okay. And also this says mystic, priestess and teacher. So some of you might be manifesting becoming a mystic, all right, being a priestess, maybe tapping into your intuition a bit more, or a teacher. Again, like I said, I do feel like you're being guided. So whether you are finding your spirit guides and that's something you're manifesting that connection to, or whether your intuition is just really heightening at this time and that's something that you're manifesting as well. Okay, pay attention to your dreams. Some of you might do astral projection or anything like that. I don't know why, because I'm linking that with where you've been called to travel to. It could even just be for your memories. But anyway, let's dive a little bit deeper. All right, my angels, let's clarify some of this. The unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives for Virgos. Look at that. Bringing harmony to situations. All right, Three of Wands has been coming up a lot for everybody, and it kind of feels like what you're manifesting, you're kind of waiting for it to come to you, but I do feel like there is something that you have to do in this situation here, even if it's internally. Do not underestimate that your energy internally, what you do within yourself, will absolutely come around you in the environment as well. So making peace within might help you find peace without, right? So Three of Wands, you're waiting for something, whether it's reconciliation or finding peace and balance with the situation that unfolded. The Tower card is destruction of some kind of falling out, separation. Now this could be with an old way of being, as you might know, because we have unbound here, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. The Tower card is all about something crumbling to be rebuilt. That can be yourself, parts of yourself where limitations have kind of creeped into the foundations. We're tearing it apart so we can rebuild in a balanced way. Okay, it's all about harmony, balance within. So don't be surprised if you find what you're manifesting in is peace, is harmony. I'm hearing you're finding your wings. So again, kind of makes sense with all this stuff here as well. finally finding peace with situations that have kind of ended terribly and painfully with that Tower card. Okay, the universe has been helping you with that though. So whether you found some things out or divine intervention, you know, divine timing, something happened in divine timing, I feel like that's what it is. And of course, the Temperance comes in as a reminder to make sure that you take some time out. You don't have to get back into the game quickly if you need to heal. She's all about taking a pit stop to rebalance so that you can kind of rejuvenate and rest, to rebalance your energy, to move forward. So for some of you, maybe why you've been quite stagnant and stuck lately is because maybe you have been holding on to, again, whatever that Tower card is. You need to make peace with it. Make peace so that something doesn't repeat itself, or that you don't get stuck up in the same cycle of this Tower. All right. So some of you, it could be people. Right. The next thing we have is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? What is Virgo manifesting here? 3 of Swords. That's interesting with your deepest calling. 3 of Swords. Lovers. And the Emperor. Now that's interesting. What am I picking up with this? This is, of course, many people I'm speaking to at this moment of time. So let's speak about it. Some of you, there is some sort of inner pain. The Warrior Woman always reminds me of the Page of Swords, but she is a little bit of a triggered energy. So it kind of does align. Some of you might be hiding behind some anger. And again, it kind of aligns with some healing that needs to go on here. But also needing to take control of things that have happened in your life is also something that's coming through with this. So I feel like you're manifesting healing and also leadership in your life. Now, some of you, it could also be relationships because you're woman holding a heart here, the Lovers and the Emperor. This could be like a divine counterpart. But in order to fully trust this or invite this in, we have to address some sort of pains. Because a Warrior Woman is kind of like the Knight of Swords. A little bit about boundary, like not boundaries are good, but it's a little bit about she's protecting herself. Look at this. She's got like, she's completely behind her sword and she's got that one eye that's being very watchful here. She's Warrior Woman, right? Some of you, your deepest calling is partnership, is love. But 3 of Swords, and because you have woman holding a heart here as well, some of you do need to heal your heart space so that you can feel more confident in your decisions when it comes down to love and just decisions in general, right? Maybe you feel like you made a lot of wrong decisions in the past and that has hurt you. Maybe you feel afraid to answer your deepest calling, Virgos, like to go ahead with something because you're worried about your decision making and you don't feel in control of the outcome. Okay, but maybe discipline is needed. Taking your time to really think about these decisions moving forward. But something I do feel like you're manifesting is deep healing. And again, leadership is something that you're manifesting in your life as well. All right. Let's see what else is coming through. You have what are you being called to journey to? Okay. God, so many cards coming through. Right. 4 of Pentacles. So some of you have been quite stuck lately. Okay, some of you are definitely attracting in love, by the way. Could, of course, be self-love. But this is basically saying something that you're manifesting and really do need to work on is opening yourself up a little bit more. Limited mindsets around maybe money, finances, or maybe your progression. Because the 4 of Pentacles, he's stuck and he's bounded, right? The King of Cups could, again, be a love interest that you guys are manifesting in. The Star card is wish fulfillment. The World is a new beginning, and the Ace of Cups is also an emotional new beginning. So let's break this down a little bit of how this could be. For beauty and devotion, absolutely. A lot of you with this combination is always my glow up. It's about paying more attention to yourself, how you love yourself. Some of you may have been slacking with your treatment of yourself, whether it's internal or external. So it's a really good time to kind of like maybe get into some sort of regime. Even if it's like journaling and the inner world, there's a beauty regime going on here too. Like cleansing is what it feels like, inside and outside. 4 of Pentacles, okay? Removing any limitations, okay, of things that like make you feel stuck and limited and scarce. You're changing that. Again, King of Cups could be romance. So something that you're manifesting could be travel here. Or again, maybe it's about your intuition as well. It's like clearing anything that's got you blocked, basically. And I don't know, I've been picking up helpful Virgos lately as well. And it does feel like I'm feeling like not just a cleanse, like maybe like, I don't know what you guys need to do, but it's like I'm seeing an unblock, like unblocking certain passages in your body. So I don't know if this is like a detox internally, or if it's like a detox to do with externally. I don't know, it's really weird. It could also be within, okay, like I'm seeing Kundalini. So like, you know how you see the snake going through the chakras? I'm feeling that too. That could be what you're unblocking the passageways. It makes sense with chakras too. Really weird, but that's what I'm feeling, which might be the reason why you become more of a priestess and a mystic and a teacher. That could be where you're feeling called to journey to, could be those things. But at the moment, you don't feel very worthy of it, right? With the Four of Pentacles, you feel like limited in some way. Let go. The need to control things, be yourself, love yourself, find peace within yourself here, because it feels like that's going to help unblock something here. Right, what are you manifesting? Right, something to do with healing. Absolutely, you have healing that you're manifesting, releasing anything that's got you limited or keeping you bounded and stuck in this lifetime. You're really kind of closing out generational traumas and closing out generational curses, if that's what they call it, like things that maybe your family have struggled with. You are releasing that. You are different. You've been able to kind of close out those cycles, cut those cords. Okay, if there has been any breakups in the past or really difficult situations, that's something you're finding peace with. Okay, that is something that you are manifesting an ending for, so that you can move forward and have success outside of that, and more greatness as well. You're manifesting in some sort of wish fulfillment and glow up is what I'm seeing here. Some new love coming into your life as well. Could even be partnerships, or it could also be like friendships and community, like we've seen over here as well. So again, the Star card also reminds me of the by the book. So for some of you, taking leadership as well, clearing out any hurts and pain so that you can make better decisions moving forward and feel more confident in your life, in your career goals as well. Especially, I'm also feeling like you're going to be manifesting the release of any financial worries and scarcity mindset, and maybe even scarcity around you too. You're going to be healing that a lot. All right, my angels, that's what I have for you. I'm going to go move over to Libra. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. All right. Hello, Libra. How are you guys doing? Let's dive in and see what you guys are manifesting at this time. All right. All right, Libra, let's have a little look and see. So Virgo just had this. So you have community that's coming up for you. Could be manifesting in new friendships, new people in your life. Okay, community of some kind. Let's see for the Libras. It really wanted to come out. My goodness. Now you guys get to see the magic that happens with these cards sometimes. All right, for Libras, please. All right, and a leg up here. So actually this is really about help and support, is something that you guys are manifesting in. People who you can rely on. All right, these do kind of go nicely together. Let me show you. A leg up is always about kind of allowing yourself to depend and rely on others. So when it comes down to what you're manifesting, it's supportive people, it's help from others, is something that you are manifesting, because you have community. Could be new people, or again, just some help really moving forward. Could even be some guidance of some kind. So pay attention to the words that people say to you at this time, especially if it's something you're manifesting, because it feels like I'm seeing a key opening up a door. So it feels like people might suggest to you that they're really good at something, and it happens to be something that you need help in. Okay, but they're giving you the key. You have to use the key and open the door. You have to ask for their help. Okay, that's what it feels like. Oh, I actually really need help with that. Can you help me? Like, some of you might need to do that. But anyway, let's dive in a little bit more and see what else is coming up for you guys. Okay, let's see for the Libras. So supportive people, help from the universe seems to be coming in, or help from others. You're the thinking man. So for some of you, what you're manifesting is clarity, clear ideas. Okay, again, maybe it's somebody coming in to help you in some kind of way. Because the thinking man, if it's not you, it's somebody who has really, really good advice. Could be like a specific person, like a professional, if that's something that you need right now. It's somebody who is a very, very clear head. All right, something that you need to do right now is to release something in order to manifest new things. Maybe what you're manifesting is the ability to let go of something. All right, my angels, let's just show you here. It's a good card that comes in as a reminder to release any blame. Whether you're blaming yourself or blaming others, it's a really good time to release something here, to cry it out, to purge something, but just to let it go, okay, for some of you here. Let's see what that is in a second. I already showed you those, so I'll show you the thinking man. He's got clear quartz in his hand, which is all about clarity, so maybe you guys need some clear quartz. All right, I have some here. But let's see what else is going on. What are you guys manifesting at this time? So clarity, help, guidance, clear thinking, maybe stronger intuition, letting go of something, better friendships. You have get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So maybe you guys are again manifesting in being more connected to the universe, having a stronger intuition, being maybe more stable and grounded could be something you're manifesting too. You have trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? Maybe what you're manifesting in again is absolutely clarity, trusting in something, being able to rely on something here. And Council of Light, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. Literally not the first time we're saying here, the spirit is guiding you and helping you. All right. As you can see here, you have a lot of people in spirit here who are looking out for you at this time, Libra. Let me just show you these cards so you can read it for yourself. So something that you're manifesting seems to already be a goal. I'm uncertain about what it is, but spirit is saying like you're doubting it though. Like you're manifesting it in, but you're doubting it. And fear and faith cannot coincide. All right. So they're saying here, have more faith. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And we have a gorgeous card over here. Empaths. All right. See, I'm feeling like I'm seeing some of you might have a tattoo to do with like a Buddha, or you've been thinking about it, or chakras, or I feel like a spiritual tattoo. Like I'm specifically seeing maybe somebody sitting and meditating, or to do with some sort of chakra or something like that. I don't know what it is. Like something to do with alignment. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It's a spiritual tattoo that I'm seeing for some reason is popping out here. So anyway, let's dive in. Let's see what you're manifesting. So you are manifesting more stability in your life, and also the ability to manifest is what you're manifesting. How interesting is that? The Magician is all about your willpower. You're using your mind wisely. It's about an infinite amount of possibilities. That's why he has an infinity in front of his, on top of his head here. It's about, he's magician, right? He magically manifests something into his life. So for some of you, I feel like you're already able to manifest, but it's almost like you feel like you need to feel like the magician first. But that's fine. That's why it's underneath get grounded. Okay, so some of you need to believe in yourself a little bit more, believe you already have the tools. And to do that, you might need to really take some time into introspection to analyze where do you want to go moving forward. Because with the moon here, some of you definitely feel a little bit lost or confused. Whether it means that you are unsure about what it is that you desire, or whether, again, there are some limited beliefs here that might be overshadowing this clarity. So they're asking you, get grounded, connect with nature, take a little bit of a pilgrimage here when the Hermit comes through. Connect with your purpose, connect with your goal is their advice here. Hermit energy, analyzing, looking at things from a higher perspective, especially when the moon is here. I always say the moon card is loud. And in the story of the fool's journey, when he reaches the moon, that's where he starts to feel nauseous and sick, and he feels weird, and he feels like a bit distorted. And it makes sense because the moon is all about things that are done in the dark. It's like it's a loud card from me. So for some of you, could be a lot of distractions going on. And because it says empaths, highly sensitives, some of you need to take a break from the noise. You could be around a little bit of a noisy environment, or a troubled environment, or maybe it's within you. There could be a lot of noise going on within you, a lot of limitations or deep feelings. So maybe right now you don't feel like you can manifest. Now, you are always the magician, but I get it that maybe you need to kind of strip back down to the bare roots of something to feel more grounded. Again, I'm seeing trees being important for you guys. So that's why I feel like in the background there are trees in this card, and it feels like that is maybe a tattoo that you guys have too, or I don't know, something important for you. And behind the Magician there is trees here. To the bare roots. Family tree, don't know why. Could be that. Right. Hermit, some of you do need some time in nature. All right, so to get clear, to see things from a higher perspective can be important for you to actually understand and get clear on what it is that you want to manifest here. Okay, so what you want to manifest is the ability to manifest. How interesting is that? But it may mean that's why we need to release something. But let's see what else is coming through for you here. All of this is major arcana cards, so really strong energy coming up here. All right, trust your path, please. What is Libra manifesting at this time? 8 of Swords. So this is you feeling anxious and fearful when it comes down to reaching a certain goal that you have. The 9 of Pentacles, so financial freedom, maybe being your own boss could be a goal for you. Just really being in a stable place in your life. And the 5 of Cups here. So 5 of Cups tells me there's already been some disappointment in your life lately. Some things that you've definitely felt like have not gone to plan or have gone wrong, or people may have disappointed you. But with that 9 of Pentacles there, it does feel like you are capable of having this. But again, it's coming up underneath trust your path. Some of you feel quite stuck and bounded at the moment, and you can't see past the issues that are at hand at the moment. And that might be the issue here. Again, we have a lot of noise in your reading here. And that makes sense. The release card is a loud card too, actually, because it's a voice coming from the cloud saying it's her fault. So that's why it says it's to release blame. So the 8 of Swords. She has her hands freed. Whenever this card comes in, it's always a reminder to take the blindfold off. And what does that mean? Look around you. This is a really good time to come out of the head space. Because at the moment, if the head is full of the moon, hidden intention, secrets, distortion, illusion, confusion, whatever it may be. And the Hermit, again, is also about coming out of that. You need to come out of where the noise is. Some of you might be manifesting a move if it's in your environment. Okay? 8 of Swords. Something I want to say to you, Libra, is not to wait. I want to say to you, you have to find a way to love the journey. I know that's difficult when you're in a difficult situation, but the 9 of Pentacles is about taking some time out in nature. She is like, I always see her as like she's in her garden, and usually there's a snail on the bottom of the card, which always reminds me of like taking it easy and going slow. If you knew that you were supported, what would you do? You'd relax, right? You wouldn't focus on all the negatives and the things that have gone wrong. You would focus on the great things. You'd focus on all the things you're going to accomplish. So for a lot of you, it's like a mind. It's getting clarity of the mind. It's breaking free from anxieties is something that you're manifesting as well. And breaking free from things that have gone wrong in your life. What you're manifesting is financial freedom. Having your own dreams, your own goals here. It's independence here. So feeling financially stable. Feeling stable within yourself. Feeling comfortable in your own energy. Having enough savings. Again, material wealth does come through with the 9 of Pentacles here. At the moment, you don't feel that way. Granted, the 5 of Cups says to look at the silver lining here. What do you still have left, and what can you do with this? Let's look at the Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in a subtle realm. What is Libra manifesting at this time? Ooh. The Emperor. Taking the lead of your life, taking back control. The Lovers could also be about love. Some of you could be manifesting in love. What's interesting is you have the Temperance here, which is all about balance, forgiveness, finding peace. So if you're trying to heal from a loving relationship, that is definitely something to do at the moment, and that's something that you're manifesting. Now, it's also about making balanced decisions. That's also part of being a leader here. So for a lot of you, because you have helpers in the subtle realms, Council of Light, a lot of you is about making decisions based on what you're being guided to do. Some of you do have, again, a high intuition here, but you're not grounded enough to make the right decisions. Maybe in the past you did it from a clouded perspective because people had hidden intentions, or, you know, people, I don't know exactly what it is, but it just feels like things were a bit murky, ungrounded. Ground your manifestations too. Don't just keep it up in your head here. Ground it. Okay, so what you're manifesting is leadership. Again, having your own business. Okay, could be something to do with an opportunity coming from a boss here. Love in your life, as you can see, is from the heavens here. So maybe your divine soulmate. Again, they're still working on it, but you need to have independence in your life currently if that is for you. Okay. but really good in terms of finances and career, to be honest. These are goals at the moment, but this is something that is manifesting. You're being called to trust, to get grounded, and to trust, and also the spirit guides that are around you currently, to be patient, to look at things from a higher perspective, but to tap into that magician that's within you. All right, my angels, that's what I have for you. All right, so I'm gonna go move over to the Scorpios because I am taking a lot of time over here, but thank you for being here, Libra. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, Scorpio, how are you guys doing? Let's dive straight in. Let's see what you guys are manifesting. All right, at this moment of time for the lovely Scorpios, please, Spirit, what are they currently manifesting? All right, observer, so clearly looking at a goal. You have TikTok here. All right, which is really funny because lately this feels like the app. So maybe there's something about maybe getting attention online, social media maybe, but that's not going to be for everyone, of course. So you have observer, which is all about looking into the future, thinking about where you want to settle. So for some of you, what you're manifesting currently is to do with finding a goal, okay, finding somewhere where you want to settle down. It can also be really good for, you know, finding your person. It's a long-term goal, whatever it is. It's kind of about settling, but of course not the bad kind. It's like being stable, okay, thinking of the next step that you want to go to. This always reminds me of the Two of Wands as well. So maybe something that you're manifesting is growth, is a new level in life. Okay, you do have TikTok here, so you know we could be manifesting for this to happen quite quickly, but of course the TikTok card does come in as like, let it go, surrender it, because Spirit will look after it. So not only are we getting what are we manifesting, but we're also getting some advice from Spirit as well during this reading. So all right, they have TikTok here. This says you need to release the timing of things in order for it to happen in the way that you want it to, okay? Let's not rush things or pressure the universe, because it never works out in our way. Let's see for the Scorpios, what are they manifesting at this time? Fourth chakra, this is your heart chakra. So healing could be the case for some of you. Could be love also, or finding things that you love and enjoy could be something that you are manifesting as well. Right, let's dive a little bit deeper into this. This probably will give you some advice as well. Let's see. For Scorpio, what are they manifesting at this time? Perfection. Well, you're wanting things to be perfect. Just a reminder, things will never be perfect. There will always be something, but that's fine. This is just you're wanting things to be the way that you want it, okay? Whether it's imperfectly perfect or not. This is quite nice. I quite like this, right? Let's see what else is going on for you. What are you manifesting at this time for the Scorpios? Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So for some of you, it's really about tapping into your intuition. Maybe you guys are wanting to be a leader of some kind, be in a high position of some kind. You have trust your path. Libra just had this as well. I will show you. And the Age of Light has also been coming out for a few people too. So let's speak about it. Priestess comes in. I've already said, how are you being called to step up and lead? So maybe what you're manifesting is really being in control of your life, being the priestess. So whether it's your intuition, whether it is about dealing with the subconscious stuff and connecting to your deepest self a little bit more, the subconscious mind, taking control. I'm also feeling like this is like a marriage of the High Priestess and the Emperor. So whether you're starting your own business or wanting to level up in your current career, this can also be the case here. But it does ask you a question. How are you being called to step up and lead? You then have trust your path, which is a lovely one. This says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So again, you already know what it is that you want to bring into this world here. They're saying to trust that that's where you're being guided to go. Trust your path here, Scorpio. Okay, so if you're needing clarity, maybe that's something you're manifesting, you are going to be receiving it. Okay. You then have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So for some of you, you do already have a very clear goal about what you desire at this moment of time. And if not yet, you will find it. And if it rings true to you, whatever this idea is, this is a absolute massive confirmation here, especially if it's a big goal. You can have this, okay? It's time to step up and lead in your life. Live your life to the fullest of potentials here, Scorpio. You are going to be supported along the way, okay? You've been training for this for many lifetimes, okay? So it's not the first time you've attempted this dream or goal. All right, let's see for my lovely Scorpios. What are they manifesting, please, under the Priestess? The Knight of Cups, okay, this could be love that you guys are manifesting here. The Nine of Wands, some of you are a little bit untrusting when it comes down to love. What's good about this is telling me that you guys absolutely do definitely have some trust issues with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups. It feels like, you know, if somebody crosses a boundary, you're very quick to walk away, and that's not a bad thing per se. But the Eight of Cups, it's good in the sense that you can walk away from things that don't serve you, or that is something that you are manifesting in. The Knight of Cups as well, it's kind of like I feel like for some of you, you are going to be manifesting in a soulmate, especially with the fourth chakra. But first, you also need to manifest some healing to do with whether you're even open to it or not. Of course, if it's not fulfilling, it's a good time to walk away. And maybe that's something you're manifesting here with somebody. Especially if you feel like they are a bit controlling. The Nine of Wands, protecting yourself. You know, it's a wounded warrior, to be honest with you, but I don't see it in a bad way with the Nine of Wands. He's been through a lot, right? So he's protective of his energy. Because you have Priestess, how you being called to step up and lead. For a lot of you, I would say it's a really good time to come outside your comfort zone if things right now are not really fulfilling for you. And that could be why the Eight of Cups is here. And the Knight of Cups being here is about wearing your heart on your sleeve, being more open and vulnerable to be able to move into a new chapter of your life or to new environments. So for some of you, it's about overcoming some anxiety or some worries, some doubts about the unknown, being more open and vulnerable, not seeking perfection, because sometimes our pressure that we put on ourselves to be perfect can actually stop us from moving forward. So for a lot of you, if you're being called to step up and lead, have your own business, be, I don't know, like when we step up and lead, it could be in a family, it could be whatever it is for you guys. It's not super clear for me just yet, but it clearly is about kind of overcoming some anxiety, worries, fears of the unknown to live to your fullest of potentials. That's something that you're manifesting right now. Right, you have trust your path. What is this that Scorpio is manifesting? Five of Swords, letting go of some things. Definitely feels like something you guys are manifesting intentionally or not, letting go. Five of Swords can sometimes be about accepting defeat in a situation. Two of Cups. The Fool and the Strength card. Whatever it is you have to release at the moment, you are actually going to be stepping into a really strong, compatible relationship with somebody. And the Heart Chakra as well being over here kind of makes sense. Two of Cups, what you're manifesting is, I'm hearing two new soulmates. That could be a friend and a lover, whatever, or two friends or whatever. These are definitely soulmates. But some of you really do need to let go of something that has been holding you back in some way, because it's underneath trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? You would kind of understand that some challenges or rejections are simply just redirecting you towards better things. With the Strength card, your courage to take a new leap of faith, to go on a new journey, is going to grant you new relationships, better people in your life, collaborations maybe even as well. So don't take negative negative feedback, but don't take defeat too personally. You don't have to be perfect. What you're moving into is absolutely beautiful. Two of Cups, Strength card, and the Fool. Could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be though, but it's absolutely something that you will feel completely guided towards jumping into. So don't be afraid what you have to let go of. I think that's why they're saying to trust your path. So what you're manifesting here is a brand new beginning, a leap of faith, a new connection maybe even as well, or just a strong connection with you and somebody else. Maybe it's calling for you to trust in a current relationship, of course, if it's healthy and you're just going through some issues. But I do feel like it's really about the people around you is really important. It has been coming up a lot for a lot of people actually right now. The Age of Light, please. What is Scorpio manifesting at this time? Page of Pentacles. You guys could have like a new career coming up or a new goal, financial goal, a new studies. This is absolutely happening. Look at this, 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Underneath, you've been training for this for lifetimes. The ultimate goal in life you will have. Page of Pentacles asks of you to take the first step, okay, to learn new things about your goal. It makes sense with the Observer. So this could be really good for family. Some of you might be manifesting in a beautiful family, okay, or just really happy future. 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness, happily ever after. 10 of Pentacles is financial stability. It's that legacy. It's that end goal that you see in mind. It's different for everybody, but definitely financial freedom. So for some of you, you are going to be going down, manifesting a career opportunity that will come up for you. Something that might start off small, but is absolutely guaranteed something big. So it could be for like a big brand or a big company, by the way. Or even if it's in your own business, learning along the way, it just feels like you're guaranteed to have this 10 of Pentacles. It's interesting. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's almost like it's guaranteed. That's what I'm feeling here. Page of Pentacles, though, you need to learn. You need to be open to learning. You need to be open to being the student of life. And that things are not always going to be perfect. As a student, you make mistakes, right? That's how you learn. So for a lot of you, that's what they're kind of saying here. So you're manifesting in an absolute great future, happiness and wealth. Okay, financial freedom and just happiness in general. Really happy family. Again, for some of you, if you want to build on a family, I do see that happening here. Great soulmates, strong connections, a new path, a new journey, and also, again, you're being called to step up and lead. That's something that you're manifesting here too. All right, my angels, healing of the heart, settling down in your future, like you're looking at the end goal. And that's what you're manifesting. All right, I'm gonna love you and leave you, Scorpios. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna move over to Sagittarius. All right, so thank you for being here, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right, Sagittarius, how are you guys doing? Let's jump straight into what you guys are manifesting at this moment of time. All right, let's see what is going on for the Sagittarians. Please, Spirit, what are they manifesting? Time to go. What you're manifesting is leaving something. Let's see what else. It's movement, by the way, in your life, and clean it up. What you're manifesting is to, for some of you, yeah, it definitely feels like there's a few ways of how this will manifest or be how it will resonate for everybody. But what it feels like is like clearing up some kind of mess. Whether it be contracts, like karmic contracts, whether it be something that you wish you had done in the past, because clean it up to me is always like a backlog. Don't know why I see it as that. Could also be clearing the air or finally removing any negativity in your environment. Okay, clean it up, cleansing, right? But it's also about taking leadership of your life. So that's something that you could be manifesting. And of course, in order to do that, you have to make big decisions, right? You have to start being the leader in order to be the leader. You don't just become a leader, you start showing leadership traits in order to get there. So that's something for some of you. It's a good idea to start putting that into practice here. But for some of you, I mean, if you're manifesting in some not reconciliation, but clearing the air in order to let something go, I do see that for some of you. But whatever it is, and again, speaking very generally, it feels like what you're wanting is like to finally get something done, or to finally do something, or to clear something up. Then you have time to go. So you can close a door and open a new one here. So that's interesting. Some of you, it could be like savings. Like if you're wanting to do something, like it could be savings, that you're wanting to clear something up so that you can move forward somewhere else. I don't know, like it's very general at the moment, but let's dive in a little bit deeper. Let's see what else is going on for you guys. Let's see, please, Spirit, for the lovely Sagittarians. What are they manifesting at this time? The World. Look at that. Beautiful. A new beginning, ending of cycles, beginning of new ones, similar to what we were just saying. The World is also about your purpose, finding your purpose and your place in the world. Can also be travel coming up as well. For you, Sagittarius, could be, again, movement, maybe even as well. Let's see what else is coming through for you. What are you manifesting at this time? New opportunities, they're saying. Creation, yeah, absolutely. And balance. Yeah, that's where it feels like, you remember, I don't know if you, if I was explaining it already, but it's like something has to be cleared up. There's a backlog here that's caused an imbalance in your life. So you're almost trying to balance things out. I don't know if you feel like you've made any mistakes. My throat is hurting. I'm gonna need a break after this. I've been talking too much. But it's like, I feel like something is imbalanced and you're wanting to correct something. Like I was saying, clean it up. I guess it will come through in the reading, but you're desiring a balance. You're desiring something to be made fair. Maybe it's justice, but for some of you, because clean it up is here and you're the stag here, cleaning it up, it feels like there's something that you feel like you could do or could have done or want to do to help you to bring something into balance and to start creating in your world. So I don't know. Let's see what else comes up for you guys here. For Sagittarius spirit, what are they manifesting at this time? What is Sagittarius manifesting at this time? All right, Libra had this. You have get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Some of you could really do well with having some sort of like, I don't know, camping trip, spiritual retreat, or somewhere in nature. Here you have share your voice. Something that you're manifesting is being seen and heard. Sharing a story. Some of you could be writers, or you want to write a book, or you want to create something here. It's cool to share your voice. So you could be singers, or again, just sharing your opinion. That could be, again, what the clean it up is here. It might be really about you expressing something. Could be important, something that you're manifesting or desiring. Then you have birthing a new age, birthing new creations. All right, we already have that coming up a lot now. Dreaming a new world into being. So they do connect here. So all right, you're manifesting some stability in your life. When we think about getting grounded, it's all about the roots. You can see those roots going underneath this person here. So being grounded, having stability, that could be financial, that could be literal stability in your life, like a home or whatever your situation is, or a good job, whatever, good relationship, but also because they're calling for you to get grounded within yourself as well. Maybe some of you sometimes get a little bit lost when there's some chaos going on around you, and it kind of unsettles you too. So they're wanting you to kind of work on yourself at the moment so that you don't get sucked into everyone else's issues and problems. So if you're an empath, if you're highly sensitive, it's a good time to connect with nature and get grounded. You also have this energy here, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. So this is not a time to hide in the shadows. Sagittarius, you're being called to shine bright. All right, that could be something that you're manifesting too. And of course, birthing a new age, dreaming a new world into being. So that's something that you're desiring here. Let's dive in a little bit more. Let's clarify all of this. Let's see. For Sagittarius, please, underneath get grounded. What are they manifesting at this time, please, Spirit? Page of Wands. All right. I'm seeing a few opportunities that you're manifesting here. And the Two of Cups. Wow. Some of you are... You're being called to get grounded now. I do feel like there is a little bit of confusion when the Seven of Cups comes here, but I'm also seeing options. Page of Wands. Oh, I'm also seeing some of you could be at the moment in the middle of something a little bit like immature or childish, or there could be three people around you here who are gossiping, or there's something about that here. You are bringing balance into your life. I think this is really about you speaking your truth here, and it might disgruntle some people. Can I say that? Does that make sense? People might become quite disgruntled. You can see here in the balance card here that by you bringing a balance into a situation, maybe it's about dealing with law or legal situations, it's going to unsettle some people. All right, Page of Wands can sometimes be gossip, and as it says, empaths, highly sensitive, maybe something is getting to you. All right, now Page of Wands can also be about opportunities. Seven of Cups may mean that there will be a lot of different opportunities coming up around you. Don't be in a rush to choose one. All right, sorry if I'm shouting into the microphone, but don't be in a rush to choose one because you think, oh, I need to make a decision quickly. Two of Cups tells me there is going to be an offer that comes through that is divinely perfect for you. Two of Cups can be love, relationships. It can also be really good for like interviews with people. It could be really good for like, again, career wise, like good collaborations or great friendships, whatever it is. It's really good commitments, I want to say. Good collaborations. You and somebody else on the same page, feeling the same way, all right? And care towards one another. So I do feel like they're calling you to get grounded here because opportunities will be flooding in. It might cause some confusion and overwhelm with the Seven of Cups here, but ultimately they want you to have fun with it. So in order to have fun with it, you might need to get grounded so you will know what decision is right for you, because not all of these options are good, by the way. Whether it's love, friends, career, however it applies to you guys. Okay, the Seven of Cups is like, there are some things in there that will bite. Look at that little dragon down there. So we want to make sure that what we're agreeing to or agreeing on is actually good. So pay attention, get grounded. All right. Let's see the share your voice. Come out the cave. Come out the cave, Sagittarius. What is this? What are they manifesting at this time, please, Spirit? Ooh. Something that you're manifesting is absolutely a new passionate idea. This could be motivation in your life, inspiration of some sort, especially if you've lacked a lot of energy. Both of these Four of Cups, look at them. Four of Cups and Four of Pentacles, both of them look really down. They're both like hanging their head here, which kind of is a sign of feeling a bit, you know, sad or upset. So maybe if you've been feeling that way, you're going to have a new idea, a new spark that comes in for you guys, and I'm wanting you to kind of take it. This could be, again, a new beginning, a new opportunity. It could be whatever that Page of Wands is, not financial, but like career wise. The Hierophant here as well. So for some of you, it is about love, because the Hierophant, especially with the Two of Cups, can be marriage. So there could be a spark coming in. But career-wise, it can also be commitment here too. So I guess it's just going to be different for everybody. Knight of Pentacles calls for you to be open and available to learn, to start to really analyze things that come your way. I say that because both of these are scarce mindsets, right? Emotionally and financially or physically, right? The Four of Pentacles cannot earn anymore because he has a limitation in what he believes he's capable of achieving. He's so afraid of releasing these pentacles here because he thinks that somebody's going to take it, or that it's just going to get lost here. So he feels like he has to hold tight and control everything. That's just not how life works. We have to be open to the flow, right? And to be trusting in your birthright of abundance, okay? So it's just a bit of a scarcity mindset. And the Four of Cups as well, he's not very happy. I always feel like that's what he's like. He's also not accepting or open to new opportunities either, to change his situation. So for some of you, that cave represents some darkness in your life. But Spirit is saying, do not stay there. Okay, it's time to share your voice, time to bring balance into your life, it's time to stand up for yourself, it's time to speak your truth, it's time to shine bright. That voice of yours could really just be about creating something, bringing something into being, okay? Also, what they're saying as well is actually speaking things into existence. Be aware of your vocal cords. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Be aware of what you're vocalizing, all right? Because if you're speaking limitations and scarcity onto yourself, then guess what? Of course you're not going to be open to things because you think, nah, that's too good to be true. You're just saying that because you want to use me or whatever, you know, like whatever it is. The Hierophant is also about your faith. So some of you do need to have a bit more faith coming through here. But you have a spark. I want you to go with it, okay? A new beginning is coming your way. It's calling for you, though, to, again, be open to the ride. It's what I feel like saying. Sagittarius, it's going to be slow moving. It's a Knight of Pentacles, but it's for the long term. So whatever this is, it's a long-term commitment that's going to put you in the spotlight here into brighter days. Okay? We're coming out the cave. We're no longer hiding. We're no longer hiding in the shadows. Okay? So being successful and not being afraid to be successful, not caring about people's opinions, not being afraid. Like some of you are limiting yourself because you are afraid of being seen, or hiding your opinion or hiding your ideas, okay? Because this is also really good for having new ideas. So take action on it. Share your voice with not only others, but with yourself. That's where it starts, right? Anyway, learning new things about whatever this is, if it's career, if it's anything else, I think it's important. And take it slow. It might help you out a little bit. Okay, now birthing a new age, new world into being. Two of Pentacles. So some of you could be juggling a few things at this moment. Something that you're manifesting is definitely turning something into something even bigger. This could be like a career, like a business project here as well. The Queen of Cups, again, could be love. Birthing new creations. Two of Pentacles tells me you could have two ideas or be juggling two careers at the moment, and you're trying to bring them into balance. Queen of Cups is good for being balanced emotionally, could be helpful for you. Not the first time we've seen that, but the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords speaks about fears and triggers. So for some of you, in order to birth a new world into being, that's where the clean up is. Some of you have some subconscious fears and limitations and worries about the unknown or what you're capable of. Okay, Page of Swords can also be maybe somebody who could be, again, feeling a bit unfair when really things are now fair. So just pay attention to letting other people take the reins of your life, okay? You're in a creative energy. They're calling for you to create. It's time to go. It's time to bring something into balance so that you can leave, similar to what we were saying with clean it up here. Make sure you speak your truth too, and make sure you're speaking to people about how you feel here too. Queen of Cups, about your emotions. And in fact, the Two of Pentacles here as well says, don't be so busy that you're also neglecting your own feelings here, because with the Nine of Swords could be some feelings that need some clearing up. Need to clear the air, need to speak about what it is that's making you feel upset or worried. Maybe it's time to speak to somebody who might be able to help you in some way, especially reach out to others who can help you bring something into balance if that's something that you're struggling with. You don't have to do it all alone here, okay? But make sure you're opening up to others at this time, because you are creating a new world into being. We can see that. What you're manifesting is a brand new idea, motivation, inspiration, commitment of some kind, long-term commitment. All right, being grounded, being stable, coming out of the darkness and into the light, and also bringing a new world into being and leaving something behind once and for all, and bringing balance into your life. So what you're bringing into life and what you're manifesting is great things, but there is a little bit of need for self-belief. I need to share your voice. I need to commit to something, and to be a bit more open to the opportunities that come your way. But anyway, I love you guys. I wish you guys all the best. I'm going to move over to Capricorn, but thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you guys hopefully next time. All right. Alrighty, Capricorn, how are you guys doing? Let's dive into what you guys are manifesting at this moment. Okay, let's see what's going on for the Capricorns, please, Spirit. Let's dive into it. Let's see. What is Capricorn manifesting at this time? Message in a bottle. Okay, you're manifesting a message. This could be from a person. This could be an opportunity. This can also just be a message from the universe. Let's see what else you guys are manifesting. Never-ending story. So this is something you've been waiting for a while, it seems like. Again, speaking very generally, because it is a general reading, and what everyone's waiting for is different, but it clearly is some sort of communication or clarity, okay? And maybe an answer you feel like you need. So let's see what this is about here. Let's pull some more cards for you before we get into it for Capricorn. Let's see for Capricorns, please. Broken heart might be from somebody here who you may have separated from. Maybe you just want some clarity. You want something that might help you. You have patience on the bottom of the deck, so maybe you will receive this. Okay, now one thing I always have to say, especially when a never-ending story card comes up, it's kind of like, in order to manifest, we have to release and surrender, right? And the best way of manifesting is by believing it's happened already and letting it go so that the universe can deal with it. Because if we need to kind of sit and wait and sit around in a panic or in a desperate way, no offense, like just a word, because that's just what it is. Like when we're sitting at the clock waiting, it's, of course, no matter what we're waiting for, it's like a desperate energy. You're chasing something, right? But if you knew the universe was already handling it and that you pray for it and they are answering your prayers, then we wouldn't need to wait. We would know that the universe knows the best time. So some of you need to let go of something in the meantime, allow it to happen when it needs to, because never-ending story comes in. She's so frustrated. She cannot take her mind off of this one particular thing until she has the answer. And therefore, all the other areas of her life, she's not paying attention to. She's not helping herself grow, evolve. The color is draining out of her life here. She's just not happy. She's frustrated. It can create insecurity. So for some of you, Spirit is saying, allow us to bring this in, but you need to focus on healing, especially with the broken heart here. Okay, it could be rejection of some kind, separation. Let's see. All right, my angels, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you here. Isolation. You're manifesting in not isolation. This is a little bit of advice for you. You're being called to not isolate yourself. Okay, so maybe what you're manifesting is more people in your life, okay, or a person in particular. You have growth. What you're manifesting is growth, and also what you're manifesting is mysticism. So maybe having heightened intuition, connecting with the universe a little bit more, or this card comes in when there's an unexpected visitor. So you could be anticipating, again, a visitor of some sort. Let's put growth there. That's what I want you guys to focus on. And healing. This is the heart chakra too. Before we go into it, I'm going to carry on actually for you, Capricorn. Let's see what else is going on for you. Or let's say, what are you manifesting at this time? a yes. You're manifesting in a yes. So maybe you're manifesting in acceptance or an approval of something here. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, so support from the spirit world. And it did come up here with have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Alrighty, I'm going to clarify this. Like, we're just going to go straight into the reading. I will show you these up close so you can see. All right. Whatever you are being intuitively guided to do, you need to trust that, because this is saying that it's divine guidance. And you're being called to play because the keepers of the earth, your ancestors, are helping you. Okay, let's dive in. Let's see a little bit more. For the Capricorns out there, please, Spirit, underneath yes, let's talk about what they're manifesting at this time. Three of Pentacles. It could be a project, a plan, collaboration, building something here with others. Let's see what else. Yeah, it definitely looks like career. You guys are going to be accepted for an interview or promotion of some kind, or it's definitely like progression and ascension of some kind in your career. So whatever your plan is, whatever you've been collaborating with others, interviews, whatever, you're going to be getting a yes, or you're being called to say yes to this, because it's going to lead to a lot more commitment and maybe results too. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady movement. It's definitely progression in your career when it's paired with the Hierophant. Now, for some of you, of course, it could also be a relationship that is going to go further. So if you feel like somebody is your soulmate, then this is a really good time to kind of just say yes. Start building, planning, build the foundation of something, because it's going to lead to something even greater. But for a lot of you, this feels like a yes in terms of your career. Let's see what else. Let's see what else Capricorn is manifesting at this time. The Knight of Wands could be some sort of travel here, because this says your guidance, where you're being guided to go, is divinely guided, and we have a card of travel. There could be some sort of like travel that's coming up, short travel, long distance travel, whatever it is. It feels divinely guided, or it could be towards a goal, because the Knight of Wands is very optimistic, very passionate, very ambitious. So if you are feeling ambitious to go towards something, this is your other confirmation that this is good for you to do. Okay, so if that's the clarity you've been needing, it's a good time to do that. You also have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups here. So something that you might be manifesting, whether it's consciously or not, is a big decision in your life. It's time to cut something out and to walk away from things that just don't serve you emotionally. Okay, things that are bringing you down. This could be this broken heart here. It feels like Spirit is kind of calling you to go on a trip, to take some travel somewhere, go out with some friends, or do things that are fun. It makes sense with the have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, because this energy is all about being playful and fun and seeing life as one big adventure. Okay, not taking it seriously or dwelling too much on things that just don't work out. Of course, it's difficult when we have a broken heart here, but they're calling for you to grow and evolve. And this is all about growth and evolution here. So if you're feeling guided to go somewhere or to do something in your career that might help you move away from certain feelings, that's also a good sign for you. But there is a decision that you have to make here about something that doesn't I'm hearing heal you or feel the same anymore. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. What you're manifesting is an absolute legacy. All right, it's financial freedom. It's a financial windfall for some of you as well. You have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. For some of you, there could be a little bit of tension in a family or within you and somebody else. It does look like an apology is coming in, but somebody is too hurt for this, and that could be you. Interesting, because you've been manifesting in an apology here. But yeah, anyway, the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like some of you could be healing something in the family as well. So if you've had any like difficulty there, I see that being fixed or healed. I'm also seeing a surprising message. I'm also feeling like Spirit is guiding you to learn something more, dive deep, not only into your feelings and emotions and your inner child, but also in something that's piquing your curiosity, especially when it comes down to maybe a financial path, or when it comes down to a financial goal, or goal in general when it comes down to your stability. So you are manifesting great things, but I do feel like you're in the middle of some sort of struggle here. But just a reminder that Spirit is already trying to show you signs and synchronicities. It's just about looking at them. All right. Because something clearly is hurting your heart, but there's a lot of good career cards coming through. 10 of Pentacles. You are manifesting in financial windfall. Okay. And this is interesting that this is coming through with ancestors, because there could be like financial wealth coming through to you that's been passed down through generations, or from your ancestors and giving you finances or stability. You are also manifesting in some sort of trip or travel or some sort of new goal that they're guiding you to take action on. And you're definitely manifesting in some sort of yes from some sort of level of commitment as well. All right, my angels. So I'm just going to speed through these. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope this has given you what you needed to hear. And if not, my apologies. I hope to see you guys next time though anyway. All right. Aquarius, hello. How are you guys doing? Let's dive into what you guys are manifesting at this time. All right. Let's see what's going on for you. For Aquarius, please, Spirit. Ooh, imagine. So you are manifesting an absolutely new level and co-create. You are manifesting in a project between you and the universe, which is awesome. I will show you these cards because the Imagine card says that you are entering a new level. Okay, and in this new level, they're guiding you to think big. All right, imagine, use your imagination. Whatever you can imagine yourself doing, you can do. So really good time to open up your horizons as well. And you have co-create. So what you're manifesting is clearly you and the universe working together on a project. So you guys might already be manifesting something. All right, as you can see, this egg down here represents something new being brought to life, and it's actually got the same print on it as the cheetah, which I see as you. So you are becoming more ambitious. Maybe that's something that you guys are working on, is a business project, is a work project, is just some sort of goal in your life. And a great thing is I see that's happening for you. So let's dive in to the rest of your cards. Let's see what else is going on here. What are you manifesting at this time in your life, Aquarius? Yin and yang. That's a beautiful energy, balance. Could be a partnership. We have man holding a heart here. So for some of you, could be a person that you guys are manifesting or opening a heart space up to others. All right, let's get you one of these. You guys could definitely be manifesting your match. Like, that's what it feels like. You have forgiveness. You're being called to forgive in order to move forward. All right, so it may not mean exactly that you're going to be in a relationship with a past person. I'm not picking up on that. But what I am seeing, unless you're manifesting it, then that could be a message for you. But I am seeing that in order to manifest new things, we have to kind of forgive something in order to move forward. Because the Imagine card to me is like judgment, which represents the need for clarity, learning a lesson so that you can move forward, okay? It does mean forgiveness and releasing resentment of any kind and anger. It has no purpose for you in the next chapter and in the next relationship or connection, okay? So some of you it will be love, but for others of you, let's just see. It feels like career, definitely, because it's ambition. Right, for Aquarius, I'm not ready. For Aquarius, please. Break the chain. Wow. Let's see what else. You have breaking ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Trust your path. All right. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? And the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Some of you are already working on something here. Look, break the chains. You guys are coming out the darkness. You are breaking ancestral patterns. I can't speak. You are healing years and of generational trauma. Okay, it's kind of similar to another card of where you're kind of like freeing yourself. All right, so maybe you guys are a bit of the what do they call it? What they call it, like the scapegoat of the family, or the black sheep of the family, whatever it is. You may be different for a reason, okay? And that's because you're here as almost like a light worker, as somebody to kind of clear generational trauma. So if you've dealt with a family that dealt with a lot of different darkness or addictions or anything of the sorts, everyone's different. There's a reason why you feel like you don't want to entertain any of that, okay? Like, it feels like things are being stopped at you so that you can kind of pass on a different message to your family and children. So it's interesting. You're breaking the chain, you're freeing yourself, you're rewriting your future. So for a lot of you, part of your destiny is to rewrite the future here. But of course, like, you also have the option of going down the same path as them or as others around you. But in this case, what you're manifesting is completely a different future for yourself, okay? Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So you, again, with that Imagine card, you're being called to think big. Whatever it is you're manifesting at this time, think even bigger than that. Spirit's like, don't just stop there, right? And the great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribes. You'll be meeting people who will help you. That could be something that you're manifesting. Is a soul tribe are people who are the same as you, you know, like it's your, yeah, I just feel like you're really coming out the darkness here, and now you're meeting people who are aligned to what you are going to be bringing to life as well. So it's kind of beautiful. Let's see what else for you guys. Let's see. That also is where forgiveness is needed. Like, forgive them, for they did not know any better. Right. Break the chain for Aquarius, please. What are they manifesting at this time? 10 of Wands, heavy release going on, 5 of Pentacles, and 4 of Swords. This is all about your healing here. Something that you are manifesting is deep, deep healing, especially when it comes down to scarcity mindset, not accepting or receiving any help here, and any kind of baggage you guys have been through, especially if you've dealt with like poverty in the past, or if you dealt with wounds within your family. Like the 5 of Pentacles always reminds me of like a hole, a big wound that kind of gets left with us. So if it's like abandonment wounds or anything in this matter, it really is like a scarcity. It's low vibrational energy. Okay, it's feeling left out in the cold. It's even if it's like actual health issues for some of you, if you've had like health issues that run down in the family, I do feel like it stops at you. But of course, speak with your doctors. I'm a tarot reader, not a doctor, but like I feel like you're focusing on your health, you know. Maybe it is to do with that. Maybe it's to do with any bad habits that have been passed through in your family. I think you're working really hard to change it moving forward. So anyway, the 10 of Wands, all about releasing baggage, letting it go, coming to the end of a very difficult chapter in your life. And the 4 of Swords is here about healing and confronting the pains. So you're finally being freed. That's something that you're manifesting here. No longer having scarcity mindset. Okay, definitely really something about maybe your family were not very, I don't know, I'm speaking about your family so much because you have ancestral patterns here, but it's like they're not believers is what I'm hearing. Interesting. They didn't let the light in, I'm hearing as well. And I'm only saying that because there's a church in the background, which I usually speak about anyways. But I'm just kind of seeing as the darkness, like your family didn't kind of break the chains here. They didn't, even if they may have wanted to. And that's why I feel like forgiveness is here, is because they're asking you not to hate these people. I don't know your life, but it's really about understanding that they were too scared of the light, or I don't know. It's easier to hide in the shadows sometimes than to accept the truth, right? So you guys are really dealing with a lot of stuff there, right? Let's see what else. Let's dive into your trust your path. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is where your seasons change here. This is where your fortune is changing, which makes sense with the rewriting the future here. So something that you're manifesting is absolutely a change in your fortune and fate. It's fortune. You also have the Magician here. Something you're manifesting is absolutely a new life. The 2 of Swords, your decisions are super important. And for some of you, it really is about taking action on something here. Trusting in your intuition and your guidance about where you're being called to go, which makes sense because it says trust your path. Instead of sitting and being worried, it's really about kind of believing in the impossible with the Magician here. But you have to make a decision and a choice moving forward. Same with the Imagine card, right? Can I clarify that? What are you manifesting? You're manifesting a major decision. 2 of Swords, you could be closing the doors to certain people in your life. Let's see, why is the 2 of Swords here as something they're manifesting? Yeah, 8 of Cups, walking away from things that don't serve you, and the 7 of Wands, which not only is a card about, you know, despite how things look right now, you will have success, but in this deck, she's kind of surrounded by this bubble. So for some of you, it's really about creating that inner peace and not allowing just anybody to come in and to pop that bubble of yours. It's protecting yourself. So for some of you, you might have to make a decision to walk away from others or close doors to others or certain things, ways of being in your life, because it's not serving you and it's not leading the path towards success. So this is where your fate changes, okay? Your decisions are so important when it comes down to what you're manifesting. So that's where things are changing here. Okay, let's see. The Great Gathering for Aquarius. 2 of Cups, absolutely to do with soulmates here. You have the Death card, Scorpio energy. a change in your soulmates. Definitely friendships, because they're really breaking it down to me in my head, and they're saying soul mates. These are soul mates. These are your friends in other lifetimes coming through to help you here. The Death card, major change and transformation. Now the Nine of Wands comes in telling me that you are a little bit worried to open up here. It's a wounded warrior, a bit afraid to open up, or a bit afraid to be vulnerable, or you're a little bit in anticipation for, you know, what's next. Because when you've been through difficult times, of course, naturally, your body is like trying to help you from it never happening again, right? So you're always on the edge, you know, you're always a bit like tense. Now, the Death card is here, which is all about transformation. So things are absolutely rapidly transforming. This is something that you're manifesting as an ending, a new beginning, is major transformation. Okay, so that's maybe something that you're feeling a little bit like you need to prepare for anyway. It might happen. Maybe there is going to be a big change, but what I'm sensing here is that what you're expecting is something that is super destructive, like the Death card is. And maybe that is what's going to happen. But for some of you, like something happens a lot more beautifully than you think. When it comes down to soulmates, right? I don't know why, because that's just what I'm feeling with this. It's almost like the change. The Death card is actually the Two of Cups. Bear with. I read very like visually, and that's what I'm seeing. It's like you're ready for some big, you know, the Death card to come running into your life, but in reality, maybe you just meet somebody, and that's where things absolutely change for you. So that's something that I feel like you are calling in and manifesting, is instead of something being this massive, like chaotic shift, it might be like that. But I feel like in your physical reality, when you meet a specific person, a soul mate, something really lifts for you. That's what I feel like. Something happens very beautifully. So anyway, that's what I have for you. So you're manifesting in soulmates, a change of your fate, breaking the chains and generational traumas, and rewriting your future. You're absolutely changing something, becoming a lot more of a believer in your path and your potential here. And again, calling in a lot of soulmates and connecting with spirit, going into a new chapter of your life and forgiving. All right, so major judgment energy, rising up and letting go. Okay, that's what you're manifesting. So I'm going to move over to Pisces. Thank you for being here with me, Aquarius. I love you guys. Wish you all the best. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right. Hello, Pisces. How are you guys doing? Let's dive into what you guys are manifesting at this time. All right. Let's see what is going on for you guys. What are you manifesting in at this moment of time? Let's see. You have higher power. So stronger intuition, unlocking the answers, finding out something here. When I say that, I don't mean anything like secretive. I just feel like you're connecting a lot more to your intuition, if I can say that properly. As you can see, the keyhole is right in the middle of her brows, which is where your third eye is. So you guys are connecting or manifesting a connection with your higher power here, with your spirit guides, with something higher than yourself, to your God, to the universe, whatever it is, you're connecting or manifesting a connection here. All right, so that you're able to see things more clearly and see the answers. You also have chopped wood. They're saying here that this is interesting, or they're showing me that the key in your mind's eye is what's opening the doors. So some of you need to trust in what your intuition is telling you, because it's going to open the door in your career. So for some of you, maybe it's your career life that they're saying this about. Because chop wood is all about doing the mundane and having to kind of keep to a routine in order to kind of keep up with certain tasks, so that eventually these doors open. So taking inspired action is very important at this time, because maybe you already intuitively know what you need to do to open that door. If not, connecting to your higher power will help you, okay? So that might be the clarity that you guys might need moving forward. But let's see what else comes up for you. What you're manifesting right now is opportunities opening up for you in terms of your job, or getting clarity there. Let's see what else for Pisces. For Pisces, please, what are they manifesting at this moment of time? The seventh chakra, your intuition. Look at this, crazy. This is all about focusing on your dreams. This is your crown chakra, so your downloads from spirit. So your third eye and your You guys are known to be the psychic ones, to be honest, in the zodiac. So you're definitely manifesting a little bit more of that, whether you realize it or not. Pay attention to your dreams. They're going to give you a lot more answers than you realize. Okay. And pay attention to these very strong inner knowings that you have. Okay. Because they're telling you something. All right. But let's see what else is going on for you. For the lovely Pisces, what are they manifesting at this moment of time? Interesting. Now you have grief and self-worth, and so some of you, of course, this could be maybe some areas of your life where there could be a little bit of a blockage when it comes down to what you're manifesting, but that's fine. You could be grieving something at this moment, whether it be a lost opportunity or a grieving of your old self, because it came up with self-worth here. It's quite interesting. If you are grieving somebody and they're kind of talking to you here in your dreams or in your meditations, I don't know, that is that person coming through. It's not just your imagination. Like, you're very intuitive at this time. So if you have lost anybody, then they are connecting with you. Now, you also have self-worth coming through here as well, which is all about, this might be blocking you from having the things that you want. Maybe you're not actually opening that door, but you're doing the work, but you're not actually opening the door to level up here because you might not really feel worthy. There could be something here that needs your attention. I do feel like you're manifesting a level up in your confidence within yourself, I don't know why, because when these cards came out, I immediately felt like you're changing, that you're leveling up in a way, and you're having to grieve the loss of the old you. That's what I'm feeling. Like, maybe there's some emotions there, you know? I don't know. Let's dive in a little bit more. Let's see what else is going on for the lovely Pisces. But you are definitely going to be manifesting in more self-worth. Okay, so whatever you're doing at this time, it will be quite good for that. All right, let's see. You have awakening. You are manifesting in an awakening. This says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, which makes sense with what I was picking up on, an integration, Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, and the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So interesting. Right, Gemini had this card, I believe. So I think. I don't remember anymore. These readings kind of like, I kind of black out in between readings sometimes. That's what I feel like. Like, I have no idea what I said before this. Right, awakening. You guys are manifesting in an awakening. It makes so much sense with the higher power and your crown chakra being activated here. So pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, and the feelings that you have here. All right, energetic upgrades. You guys are leveling up, a new way of being. You're integrating. Integration here is interesting. Pleiades is an interesting one because for a lot of you, your purpose here is to help others, to channel and uplift humanity. So again, some of you may be tarot readers, you might be psychics, you could be mediums, you could be, you know, anything that kind of broadcasts really important messages to the universe, or to the world, should I say, to the people, to uplift them in their vibration. So that's quite interesting. Some of you are waking up to that purpose. Now, a question to ask yourself is, what is holding you back at that moment? This feels like that door. Some of you remember how I said that you were doing the work, but the door was not opening, or you were not opening that door? It feels like it's like maybe your purpose. Like, maybe you've been doing a job, for example, that just not really is in alignment to your purpose. So now that you are becoming aware of what you need to do, that door is opening up now. So maybe there is a new beginning or new opportunity. But anyway, could be that clinging on to that old side of yourself, something that you're grieving, a certain opportunity that maybe didn't work out, or relationship, whatever. We'll dive into it in a second, right? Let's see. Let's start with the awakening. What is Pisces manifesting? The Magician, huge energy. You are not only manifesting a lot of things. The Magician is a manifester, right? So you're in that energy, but you're actually manifesting a side of yourself that is super, super magical. So not only is it like psychic, whatever you guys are doing, you're really becoming kind of like, I'm feeling like you have superpowers. Your ability to manifest, your ability to speak, by the way. So the Magician is Mercury ruled, all about your speech, and your thoughts are very important. So you could just be manifesting in a lot of clarity and belief within yourself and what you're able to achieve in this lifetime. Let's see what else. What is Pisces manifesting at this time? The Death card. So again, awakening in order to to rise up, we have to let go of things that have been holding us back and holding us down. And look at this energy. So not only are you manifesting becoming the magician, the ultimate manifester, really clearing anything away that has been keeping you stuck or disarming you or making you unable to manifest, right? So the death card is all about endings and new beginnings. It's transformation. So you are changing. You're completely changing when you're awakening. Again, as I was saying, it's like you have to let go of something. And here in the death card, there is the ending of the old rulers, right? The king is on the floor here, completely passed over by death, right? Stumbled on a bit. So that means things are completely going to change for you. And it feels like you are what's changing. Your rules are changing. Your beliefs are changing. Maybe you're getting clearer on a goal, as we've been saying here. So again, chasing your dreams, chasing your goals here, becoming more determined, like you're waking up. I feel like with that awakening, you're manifesting in becoming clear, right? Which makes sense with the rest that's coming through. So expect major changes, expect being able to manifest major change, and also forward movement. This could be travel. This could also just be gaining speed in life and having more clarity about where you're going. So huge energy over here. My goodness. Let's see what the Pleiades is all about. The Emperor, you guys are taking control. Becoming a leader, maybe starting your own business, having your own thing going on here, or just stepping up into a very crucial role in your life, making very clear and direct decisions. For some of you, you could end up being in a job where you're helping others to get clear. You know, I feel like some of you are inspiring others where you needed inspiration, but now that you're a leader of your life, I feel like that's where things are changing. And if you do not feel ready for that just yet, I feel like for some of you, having a mentor or a boss or somebody who you see in a higher position might be helpful for you, because I know that you want to be a leader, for those who I'm speaking to, because you have double mission here, channeling and uplifting humanity. This feels like the people that you're helping, the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords, people who might be a bit overwhelmed or worried or doubtful or have trauma or fears, you know, you are going to be helping people with that. That's your double mission. Not only are you here to do it yourself, channel and uplift yourself, you're also here to help channel and uplift others. Wow, some of you are definitely here to help others through very spiritual means. But the King of Swords is about having a strategy and a plan. So Nine of Swords, if you are the one that's worried and doubtful, stick to the plan, be a leader of your life. Remember, your voice needs to be heard here. That's something you're waking up to. You may have fears about it or worries about it, but I definitely feel like here, stay true to what you know. Don't let those fears get in the way. All right? Take control. Maybe some discipline is important as well. But for a lot of you, this feels like who you're helping. Alrighty then. Some of you really are going to be helping people with the subconscious mind. Like if you, maybe you guys are into like hypnotizing, or that's something you could get, I don't know, done, like, maybe that's what you need. I don't know. Like, I'm feeling like if we're speaking about nightmares, that's what I feel. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What is Pisces manifesting at this time, please, Spirit? Seven of Swords. This is self-sabotage, so it's fine. Queen of Swords. Queen of Cups. It's something that you're holding on to that definitely has your feelings. This is something that's come to an end. This could be like betrayal. This could be something that you're grieving here. Something happened. Maybe there was some like hidden intentions here. Maybe you feel like there's an injustice here. Somebody was sneaky, had second intentions. This may have got to your heart space and may make you feel a bit triggered. Maybe like you want to communicate or lash out at somebody, but this is really saying it's really good time to let it go, because what you're entering here is something way better. This reminds me of the Tower card. Actually, if you look at it, there's a lot of lightning and it looks like it's kind of like being split down the middle and opening up to something even better. So if somebody has done an injustice to you, it could be communicating, or this could be an aggressive person here. Like, protect your heart space. I wouldn't go back into it. It's a good time to focus on your heart and to grieve the situation, what you feel like you've lost, but also to remember that there is a need to practice self-worth here. Okay. Now, again, this could be self-sabotage. Rushing in too quickly to things. That needs to, you need to slow down, connect with yourself, make sure that you really do feel intuitively clear on something before you rush it, because sometimes Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords means that there might be some missing information here. You might be trying to cut corners to get where you want to go here, but it depends on what you're clinging on to. Old habits, old people who have hurt you, or maybe some anger, calling for you to let that go here, to heal your heart, to focus on grieving something, to heal, so that you can move forward here. All right, my angels. But in terms of career, you guys are really finding a purpose or taking the lead. All right, which I think can be very helpful for you. Some of you might end up having a mentor, again, like somebody helping you to open a door here with the Emperor. It could be a father figure or a boss. Or that could be you doing that to others. So what are you manifesting? You are manifesting here, Pisces, the release of something that has been tricky, difficult, or built on the wrong foundations. This could be self-sabotage or people who sabotage you, people with different intentions, or people who have hurt you in the past. That's something to let go of so that you can enter an abundance here. A lot of you are manifesting your purpose and clarity on your purpose, in which case you're being told here that you might already be doing it, but you're here to help inspire and to uplift others, okay, to take the lead in some way in your life. So even if it's about you having your own career, all right, and giving people opportunities, I'm also seeing that is something that could be helpful for a lot of you as well. Doing kind acts is also something important as well for you as well, because you never know what people are going through, and I think you are aware of that. What you're manifesting is a huge awakening in your life, to wake up to your potential, to start moving towards your dreams and get clear on what it is that you desire here as well. There's major change going on for you, major manifesting powers coming from you as well, clarity, all right, and just understanding your ability to have what it is you desire and to go towards that. So you're waking up. It feels like that's your biggest manifestation here. Also, again, really good for your work with that chopped wood. All right, just keep going with it. Keep going. Stay true to yourself. All right, manifesting more self-worth is important, and to heal your heart space too is also something that you are manifesting at this time, to release something. All right, my angels, so that's what I have for you. Thank you all for being here with me. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you guys in the next